Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Movies. I am your host, Cody.
Oh, we're not co-hosts anymore.
I am your co-host, Cody. I mean, you could have said, and I am your host, Nikki.
I'm also the co-host, Nikki. No, it's fine.
Anyways,
I guess I'm just here with you.
You're just here. I'm just here. It's all fine. But anyway, exciting week that we have because today we're going to be ranking
I'm so excited.
all of the films in the Alien franchise.
Yes!
I cannot tell you how excited I am for this.
I'm so excited. I'm just cheesing. I have my face hugger shirt on right now that you guys can't see.
I got out of bed for this shirt, which is appropriate for...
Very appropriate.
I don't know. Some of these people fall asleep after a face hugger grabs them, so...
Just some, yeah.
Just some of them. All of them.
Oh, man. I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm so excited for this, too, but before we begin, this episode is coming out, like, mid-January. I almost said July. It's like it's not that far out.
Goodness.
But as of today, it is 2 days past Christmas. And I actually got you.
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
Oh, you're
there you
so
go.
sweet.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh my god.
It's little alien eggs.
Alien eggs. Rare, enclosed, rare xenomorph eggs, handled with care. Oh my god, thank you. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you smell nice too.
Well, thank you. She punched me in the face, by the way, guys. You can't validate that because there's no camera on us.
Yeah. You could probably hear like all of the...
Anyway, I was at Vintage Stock and I saw those and I was just like, that will be perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently there's like little figurines inside those.
Oh, I'm so
or
excited.
Something like that.
Oh yeah, they have like the little figurines. Ooh, I'm so excited to open this now. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
I felt it appropriate. And also, speaking of appropriate, I know I have my water bottle here, but I'm actually going to be drinking from this mug that I have milk in.
I was going to say, is that milk? Oh my god. Oh, you milk drinker.
Just like some of the androids drink in these movies.
Not really. Well, I guess...
Two of them do.
Yeah. I was like they do
Ash and
drink.
David do, which was actually...
And they also
It was a surprise to me because I thought more of them did. Like, I thought Bishop did in Aliens, but apparently he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't? I was like, I know that their, like, blood is
Their
milk.
blood is basically like a milk-like substance, but...
Very fitting.
I'll be drinking some of this.
He literally just has a mug of milk, and he is just chugging it right now. Oh, my God.
I have to drink it fast because warm milk is disgusting.
I feel like just...
Just milk in general is disgusting.
By itself, like milk and cookies, milk and cereal, like it has to. Man, here he goes again.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm one of the white people that can actually digest milk. Although I feel like I'm starting my phase of just like dairy intolerance is coming on to me.
Getting older.
So I'm enjoying it while it lasts.
Dude, sorry, we're like kind of on side notes here. After I got COVID, because that really like we're past, yeah, it really fucks you up, right?
Yeah.
And
Trust me, I know, I got it too.
My lactose intolerance went like from a 4 to like a 20.
Really?
I couldn't even look at dairy without shitting my pants. It was horrible.
Is that a known side effect of COVID?
I looked it up and people were like talking about how like their allergies or intolerances like to certain foods could like get worse after COVID.
Interesting.
I am better now though.
Okay.
It only lasted for I think like maybe 2 years. I mean that's a long time, but still. But I am over it now.
Okay.
And I'm at the point where it like upsets my stomach, but I'm not like I'm like having to run to the bathroom.
Where it's just this faint whiff of milk.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh my god!
My stomach's like...
Explosive diarrhea.
Sorry if we grossed you guys out.
No, that's fine. How many times have you gotten COVID? I only got it the once.
I got it twice.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
But the second time that I got it, I was like asymptomatic. Or
I
wasn't like as bad as the first time that I got it. Because like I had like a fever. It was like 102 or 103 fever. It was like in the middle of July when I got it. And
That's kind of the worst.
I had 2 dogs at the time, and I was having to take them out while I was having my 102 fever when it was 102 degrees outside.
Jeez.
And I felt like just dying.
I mean, do you know what would remedy that?
No, not
good
milk.
old mug of milk.
Absolutely not. Oh God, I'm glad no one else can see you do this.
Just me wiping the milk out of my out of my goddamn mustache.
I know, out of your beard, you're just like, ugh.
This is so embarrassing. But anyway, I thought it apt for the episode that we're talking about. So
yes.
Anyway, getting into it, Aliens. Nikki, what was your first exposure to this franchise? Like, where did it all start for you?
My very first movie, and this is why, spoiler alert, it's going to be really high on my list, was Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
That was the first Alien movie I ever saw, and I had no idea it was an Alien movie when I went to watch it in theaters.
How old were you when you saw it?
When did it come out?
It came out in 2012.
Okay, so let's do some math here real quick. I wasn't born in 996, so I was 16.
Okay. I was 20 when that movie came out.
Okay.
I also saw it in theaters. I saw it midnight premiere.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll get into it, but I was super amped to see Prometheus when it came out.
Yeah, no, I had no idea that it was an Alien movie. And then, of course, at the end, I mean, even between there, but I had never watched one before, so I didn't know what to look out for or what to see. And then at the end, when the deacon appears.
The deacon.
I was like, I literally said, "Oh, this is an Alien movie," like out loud.
Oh, interesting.
I was like, "Oh shit!"
You didn't get it from the giant ass face hugger?
Like I said, I had no idea about anything that happened in the Alien franchise.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, the Deacon is very alien-shaped. Mm-hmm. So I get where you can make that connection there. Whereas I feel like the facehugger is lesser known than the actual xenomorph.
I feel like, yeah. So, like, that's why... And plus, it was, like, giant. So I immediately didn't go to facehugger. I was like, whoa, that's like a crazy giant squid alien thing.
Oh my God, it's sticking that thing down his throat.
Ugh. Yeah, they really get graphic with the face hugger. Like,
they get more graphic with the face huggers as the series goes.
Yeah, definitely. But no, that was my first experience. And then I watched the other new one, Covenant. Yeah. And then after that, I was like, once I got into horror movies more, I was like, you know what? I need to watch the original Alien. Like, why haven't I done that yet? And then I did my first marathon of all the Alien movies.
Just shotgunning them.
Yeah. And then...
that would have been easy back then because there would have only been the 4 original before Prometheus and Romulus. No, not Romulus. Covenant. Getting them all mixed up now.
Because this was after... I mean, this was only a couple years ago. But yeah, like, it was just Covenant. And then so it was those ones I watched. And then I did another marathon of them when Romulus was coming out. Mm-hmm. And then I did another marathon when we decided to do this. So,
which also you included Alien versus Predator in there.
Yes. We threw those in.
Yeah. Initially, we weren't going to do Alien versus Predator. Like, I brought it up with Nikki because I was like, if we add those in, it's going to affect my rating.
I thought that there was way more Alien versus Predator movies, which at first I was like, no, let's not do that. And then you're like, oh, okay. It was, and then you said something about like the 2 of them, and I was like, oh, there's only 2? Well, then yeah, sure.
Yeah,
like,
they only
why
made
not?
the 2. Yeah. So, which is weird because I think we may get into those. I think those Alien versus Predator movies didn't do too bad in the box office.
I don't think so.
I think it's just people didn't like them.
Yeah, I mean they did fine. Yeah, because this one that I have right here, the Requiem, did like 130.3 million, and their budget was like 40 million. So.
Yeah, and it shows. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
My first experience with this Alien franchise, much like a lot of these horrors, go back to like my childhood. Mm-hmm. I remember when we lived in the small town that we used to live in before moving here. Mm-hmm. I remember being over at a friend's house. I can't remember which friend, but one of like the adults at the house was watching a movie, and it was actually Alien Resurrection.
Oh, and you're like... Alien Resurrection is crazy.
I know. It was the scene where everyone's trying to evacuate the ship and they get into those escape pods. Oh. And then, like, the alien crawls into it. Which is cool weird because, like, I rewatched it, like, a couple days ago. And my memory was that multiple aliens went in there. But no, it's just the one.
See, I also had a weird... It's like that...
Mandela effect.
Yes. Where I remembered one alien going in, but then there was other aliens like on the side trying to go in.
That being said, there are director's cuts of most of these movies, so maybe I didn't have time to watch all the
I was going to
say, cuts.
Before we started to, like, everyone that's listening, all of my rankings are the extended versions of these movies. Okay.
All of my rankings initially went from what I remembered of the movies, but all the ones that I rewatched for this were just all the theatrical versions. I didn't go back and rewatch all the director's assembly cuts or anything like that. Yeah.
No, I wholeheartedly think that people should try and figure out how to find the extended cuts of these movies.
I think there is a Blu-ray out there that has all of them.
They're way better. They have more story.
Some of them are way better.
I think they're way better. There's a couple of them. I don't know. I don't think... the newer ones don't really have extended versions. They have, like,
not
deleted
really.
scenes. But...
I feel like Prometheus would really benefit from having a director's cut. We'll get into it. Yes. But anyway, like, the first actual Alien film that I watched from beginning to end that I remember was actually the first Alien versus Predator.
Okay.
My mom got it for me on DVD way back in the day. For Gen Alpha, DVDs were the things that we had before streaming and online.
Do y'all know what
media.
A DVD is?
A DVD, a VHS, even a Blu-ray.
I feel like they would probably.
I feel like they
Blu-ray
would know
DVD.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Some places still sell Blu-rays. But anyway, I watched that. Some years later, watched Alien vs. Predator Requiem when that came out on DVD. And then about the time that I went into college was about the time that I watched the original Alien. And then, like, Aliens. Eventually, I got around to Alien 3. I can't remember when. But, like, I had seen all of these movies beforehand. And, of course, like, Prometheus, Covenant... Romulus, I all saw.
As they came out.
As they came out, I saw all of those in theaters. So that's kind of my experience with the Alien franchise. I'm pretty much a fan, to say.
Oh, yeah.
With a little bit of an asterisk of... just like, I recognize a lot of these movies are kind of the same.
Yes, I recognize it. I feel like it's weird because I feel like they either have one or the other of, like, a vibe. It's either like the very much sci-fi vibe
the
of
hard
it,
sci-fi,
or it's literally them with guns ablazing and, like, wartime. What would you like military
high action?
Yeah, it's an action movie. Yeah.
It's an action movie. Kind of like a Michael Bay film, but much better.
Yes, no, it's that or that. So it's interesting.
That being said, Alien Resurrection is the weird comedic one.
Yes, that one I feel like I would put more on, like, the like, action-y side, but it is very weird and, like,
it is
comedic.
very weird. We'll get into it as to the reasons why it's probably weird.
Yeah, but no, it's one or the other. So when you watch these, like, back to back to back to back, it's very interesting to see, like, the different takes these go on.
And that really is because, at least for the first 4 movies, they're all directed by different people. Like, you got Ridley Scott for the original, James Cameron for the second one, David Fincher, weirdly enough, for the third one, didn't want to be credited for, like, the longest time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was, like, ashamed of Alien 3.
I mean, it's not the worst movie.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
It's
not great, but it's not like a stain on his career.
I say it's not the worst. To me, it's the worst Alien movie. not the worst Alien, like, with the Alien versus Predator movie. But if we were only doing Alien movies, that would be my last.
Oh, this is going to be a very interesting conversation.
Hell yeah, I can't wait. Not that it's bad though, because none of these. Okay, so Alien Cubed, I like to call it.
Yeah, because it's got the little three.
Yeah.
Little top.
That was a 2 stars, but all the other ones are like 3 and above.
Okay.
Like 3 to 4.
We're going to differ very
on
a lot of these.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. But are we ready?
I guess we can get into it. Just spoiler warning going from here on out. We are going to be spoiling all of these films. Some of them you should have probably seen already, like the original Alien, so on and so forth. But we are going to have spoilers for Alien Romulus, which just came out last year. And also, as a note, we are not going to be covering Alien Earth.
No.
We're not going to be covering Alien Isolation or any of the video games, comic books. We're sticking strictly to the movies.
Yes.
So, yeah, we can get into it. I figure we can do it the same way that we did with Halloween. I'll give off what's at the bottom of my list, and then you can give off what's at the bottom of your list, and then we can talk about it and go all the way up.
Okay.
So,
sweet.
Coming in dead last for me, number 9, much like how I felt with Halloween Resurrection, I feel like they physically cannot make a worse alien film than this, and that is Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Yep, that's mine. That's
fucking God.
It's so... Oh my God.
Oh, I dropped my phone. I'm so excited. I can rip this movie a fucking asshole right now.
It's so fucking bad.
It is... Okay, we have talked...
I was watching it, I was like, what am I watching
We have talked before in previous podcasts, whenever we get to, like, what does Letterboxd have to say, and they'll watch, like, the most mid-movie and just be like, this is the worst film I've ever seen. And it's like, you must not watch a bunch of, like, movies.
Just in general, because of this.
This movie legitimately fucking sucks. It is no bad. Joke in my list. I don't have a definitive, like, top 10 worst films of all time. But if I do, this would be in it.
Hell yeah.
It'd probably be in top 5, if not top 3. I fucking hate Alien vs. Predator Requiem. No goddamn joke. This movie...
Oh, man.
I'm getting very heated.
It's like I feel like I need to, like, give you the room for a second. Okay. Get on your soapbox.
Yeah, we can kind of even out. Do you have any, like, fun trivia notes or anything?
I have one that I feel like is just so funny to me because obviously this is the second Alien versus Predator movie, and the one before it I vibed with. I did not mind.
It was okay.
First.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
But apparently Daniel Pearl, the director of Alien vs. Predator Requiem, had an issue with it. He criticized the first Alien vs. Predator for the fixed cameras and the bright lighting that it had. He said monster horror works better in dark environments and documentary style filming. And then I saw a lot of the Letterboxd reviews for the and it said people hated the shaky camera and said they couldn't see most of the action. Same. Because this is the darkest movie ever. It is pitch black.
I'm glad that you brought that up because this isn't my biggest criticism of the movie, but my main criticism of this movie is I can't see fucking shit!
He had to back all the way up to the other side of the room to say that.
Oh my God. And you know why it's, like, as dark as it is. Like, that offered some insight, but it's like...
Yes.
These costumes fucking suck.
It was so bad. And it kind of felt like they were hiding.
They were absolutely hiding. That's what it is. Like, half the time you can't even see, like, anything of what's going on.
No, because, okay, we'll talk about... Because the main xenomorph...
the Predalien.
Yes, it's called Predalien.
So, for those of you that don't know, at the end of Alien vs. Predator... One of the Predators got a face hugger, and the cliffhanger of that movie is a chest burster comes out, and it's got little mandibles, and it's like...
It is, you know how Predators look whenever their masks are off, and they have the mouth that kind of opens up. That is
the pussy face, as I like to call it.
that is what the Predalien looks like. It has that, because in alien lore... usually it takes on
whatever characteristics its host has.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously a lot of humans are involved with it, but because humans don't have very crazy characteristics, most of the time it doesn't.
Most
do
of the time,
much.
the alien's just kind of an upright bipedal creature.
Exactly, but
this like
one,
in Alien 3, we learn because it attaches itself to a non-human, depending on what cut you watch. It's either a dog or an ox. It takes on those characteristics, like it's
like on
quadrupedal. It kind of moves around like a dog,
or an animal that would be four-legged, you know. So that's the shtick of this one is that it's...
That's the big difference is there is like an alien that looks like a predator.
And get it? Isn't that funny, you guys?
Isn't that great?
Honestly.
It just lays embryos inside pregnant women and only pregnant women.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So that was my issue.
This is the edgy Alien versus Predator. None of that PG-13 bullshit that we got last time. We're gonna make it hard R, and we're just gonna have pregnant women spurting out aliens. Fuck this movie.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll explain more.
Sorry, I went off on a tangent. I saw red there for a second.
So the Predalien, it's a cool idea with it making it look like the Predator, obviously. But one of the things is that there's not face huggers in this, correct?
There are at the beginning.
Okay, just at the beginning whenever they're on the ship with the Predators.
We see the father and the son at the beginning, which again, very edgy. Oh, we killed off a child. Throwing down the gauntlet of look how hard we're making this movie.
Yeah, it was crazy actually.
But yeah, that's I think the only time. No, we also see face huggers like they attack homeless people as well.
Yes, you're right.
But yeah, for the most part, the face huggers really aren't a presence in this because the
Predalien is going around only
the pregnant women.
Not impregnating, but planting these other aliens inside only pregnant women, which I had a huge problem with. Not only because that's a lot, but like the original director, Ripley Scott. That's
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott. Sorry, Ripley.
It's gonna get confusing because we have Ridley Scott.
But yeah, so the writer Dan O'Bannon. His whole thing, the reason why he wrote Alien was because he wanted to freak out the male audience. Yeah,
because it was a metaphor for male.
Yeah, no, I wrote down this. I'll say it now. According to Dan O'Bannon. Dan O'Brien.
Oh, top of the morning to you.
Dan O'Bannon.
We just lost our Irish audience. So shit.
I'm so sorry. Come back. He says it's a payback for the many horror films in which sexually vulnerable women are attacked by male monsters. The movie is about the alien threat, parasitism, and disease. He's talking about the first one that he wrote, but also sex and reproduction by non-consensual means. Obviously, this is about male rape, violent births, which is like the chest bursters. And he said,
chest birthers.
Or chest birthers. It could go either way.
It's kind of the same.
And then he also was quoted saying, "One thing people are all disturbed about is sex. That's how I'm going to attack the audience. I'm going to attack them with sex. And I'm not going after the women in the audience. I'm going to attack the men. I am going to put in every image I can think of to make the men in the audience cross their legs." So he was very much adamant about this. The first Alien, obviously, but like xenomorphs in general and the chest bursters.
That whole life cycle.
Is that it was very much about the men. And as you probably know, throughout all of these movies, besides this one, it was all female led. There was female leads in all of these movies besides this one.
Well, can you even tell me who the lead of this movie is? Because there are too many fucking characters. And none of them are good.
And I was like, when I first started watching this, I was like, did I walk into something I wasn't for sure about? Are these people from a Predator movie? Like, they make it seem like I should already know who these people are.
These are all new characters to this. They don't come from either the Alien or the Predator franchise.
So I was like, what the fuck?
But it's like, it's this huge, like, cast of characters, and you can't tell who the main character is supposed to be. No. Is it the ex-con coming home and his, like,
brother,
police buddy?
Oh yeah, because he has a buddy, and then he also has his brother. By the way,
throughout most of this movie, this cop is just like taking orders from this like ex-con. It's like, the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, and then there was that military.
There's a military mom coming home to an estranged relationship with her daughter, supposedly like trying to remind us of Ripley and Newt from Aliens, but it's like, we don't know anything about this woman. We don't know what she did in the military. Yeah. We don't know, like, what her dynamic with her daughter was before the war. Or just,
like, her family. Yeah, and then, like, her husband's there, too.
Yeah, and he's there, too, but it doesn't matter. He dies.
And then we have the convict's brother.
Yeah, his, like, teenage brother.
Who works at a pizza joint. And then also his, like, ex-girlfriend.
I feel like it's just, like, a crush.
Yeah, I'm, like,
because
not
she's
for sure.
with a different guy.
Yeah.
An asshole.
Yeah, much. A huge douche.
He's just there to be like your typical high school bully, that sort of thing. But it's like you have all these people in this movie, and it's not clear who the main character is supposed to be.
Because first you're following this person, and then you're following this guy, and then her, and then him, and then her over there, and it's just so convoluted. It's insane.
Like a podcast I listened to a long time ago, Now Playing Podcasts, they covered these movies, and they described this as being kind of like a Stephen King novel. Like Stephen King, in a lot of his novels, he has like a huge cast of characters. But one of the distinctions that they made that I agree with, the difference between what Stephen King does and what this movie does is Stephen King has a clear main character.
Yeah.
Like, take It, for example. Like, you have all these kids, like, it's a group of, like, 9 kids, but it's, like, clear that Bill is the main character.
See, yeah, and then, I mean, obviously movies do that, where they follow different characters and, like, what their point of views are, but then you could still tell who the main person is.
But this I can't tell.
No.
Do you know who should have been the main character? And it's a no-brainer. It should have been the Predator.
Yeah, no, I mean,
because he's got the coolest story in this.
He does.
He is sent to Earth to clean up the fucking mess that the previous Predators caused.
Yeah, because he's like the cleaner. Yeah. He's the cleanup guy.
He got an email that said, hey,
literally,
these other Predators, they left behind a pred alien. Go to Earth and make sure that it doesn't get out. Make sure to conceal it, get rid of it. And that's his story. And it's like...
That's cool.
Like, they're bragging nowadays of, like, Predator Badlands being the first Predator film to, like, have the Predator be the main character. It should have been this one.
It should have been this one.
This should have been the Predators movie.
Well, and
fuck all these other humans because they don't matter, and the writers and directors also don't care about them either.
Yeah, well, and then even in the first Alien vs. Predator, I feel like they did a good job because obviously it was, I forgot her name. It was...
generic lady. Yes. I can't remember her name either.
But the woman in it, like, she is the main character, but also...
And it's clear she's the main character.
But also she is, like, being, like, helped out by the Predator, and then we're kind of following him as well, but it's also obvious who the main person is. And I wish that they would have, like, focused mainly on the Predator, the cleaner, and then, you know, sure, throw in some POVs of, you know, the other people.
It kind of...
But this was just weird.
It was weird. I kind of wish it was structured a lot. I don't know if you've watched it yet, but In a Violent Nature...
I haven't watched that yet.
Okay, well, one of the novelties of In a Violent Nature is you're following this serial killer and his point of view, but, like, in the background, as he's coming up to these teenagers, you kind of get hints as to the plot that's going on around him.
Okay.
You don't necessarily follow their plot, but you can follow it because of, like, you see them talking to each other and they're planning and doing stuff like that. I feel like it should have been structured that way. We're following the Predator. He's coming to Earth. He's trying to clean up. And yes, there are humans in the background, and we kind of get hints as to what's going on through their POV.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have been the main focus, because none of these characters are interesting.
No, I love that. Another weird thing that happens is
there's so much weird stuff that happens.
The crush, like, asks the pizza boy to go to, like, swimming with her. And then,
like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and then, but she's like, it's in the guise of them getting it on. Like, she wants to, like, you know, fool around, which I'm like, get it, girl.
And a horrible line of dialogue where, like, earlier on, when he comes to the house to deliver pizzas, she's all like, there's some kind of exchange. I can't remember the exact dialogue, but just like, is that why you're staring at me at class all the time? He's like, no, there's a clock behind you, and I'm looking at that. And when they're in that pool scene, like, she takes off her clothes. She's in, like, her bra and panties. Yeah. And she's like, so are you looking at me or are you looking at the clock? And there's, like, a clock right behind her. It's the stupidest piece of dialogue ever.
Well, then I was like, why did you go to a rec pool to fool around in?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, now it's a whole spectacle because then her current fling
boyfriend or whatever
is there, the bully, and then
he's like, you're fucking my girlfriend, and the guy's like, no.
And then of course they like get thrown in the pool, and I'm like, okay, great, now one of them might die. And then the predalien comes, and then acid for blood. It's just a whole thing, and I'm like, what are we doing?
You get one of the aliens just swimming in the pool and attacks the fucking jock character and gets killed.
No, it was just, I hated it. I hated this movie. It was horrible.
There's so much, like, the writing in this movie is so bad. So let's sit back and analyze a major plot point of this movie.
Okay.
So at a certain point, like, our main characters have been in communication with the government. And the government's all like, we're gonna, like, evacuate everybody, just sit tight. Hold on, you can trust us. Just believe me, bro.
Don't believe the government.
And the military mom's just like, wait, hold on. Like, governments are more concerned about, like,
keeping things
contained instead of, like, rescuing, which would make more sense if we knew what she did in the military, but we never figure out.
But we don't know.
She kind of just pulls this assumption out of her ass.
I mean, you know, good assumption, because I mean, I also agree with that assumption.
But she's all like, no, we need to get out of town because it's not going to be safe here. And they're like, well, how are we going to get out of town?
Yeah, because the government that they were in contact with, the government man, Mr. Government, he said, hey, meet us here at this location.
Pretty much in the center of town.
Yeah, because we're going to have a helicopter
they're
there.
Like, don't worry, we're not going to drop a bomb on
you. We definitely are not going to nuke you guys.
We're not going to nuke Colorado. That would be stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah, come to the center of town, though, like, for sure.
Come to center of town. We got candy and love and popsicles.
And military woman's like, this is sus. Yeah. Sorry, I hate myself for saying that. But she's like, this is sus right now. And so she was like, no, we need to go back to the hospital where we just ran away from because we saw a pregnant woman with a bunch of these things inside of her.
She's like, we need to go back to the hospital because there's a helicopter on the top of the hospital. But oh no, it's overrun by aliens. Who could have predicted this?
Who could have predicted?
It's so stupid. They were in a tank. Why didn't they just fucking drive away? And you know why they didn't. It's because so that way they can put in that line, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Fucking Christ. All of that just to put in a Predator reference.
Well,
that's how bad this writing is.
It's really bad.
God damn it, man.
So yeah, I mean, that's basically the movie, you guys. They get to the chopper.
They get to the chopper. There's, I guess, a cool fight between the Predator and Predalien. It would be much cool. It'd be much cooler if I could see what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even, my last note, I didn't even comment on the fight at the end. My last note is literally, I really don't know who the main character is.
Your last note should have been like, well, who actually won? It's called Alien versus Predator. Who won? It was a standstill, and the government fucking nuked the entire town.
Just nuked everything. Yeah, that's true, because I don't even know if the cleaner survived or not, right? We don't know that.
No.
Yeah, they were nuked, and half the characters that we've been following kind of made it out of town.
The only ones that make it out of town are the ex-con, the military woman and her daughter, and
the ex-con's brother, the pizza boy.
Brother, because the girlfriend, the love interest dies in a pretty gruesome like way. Like the predator throws like a shuriken or something like that. And she gets pinned to the wall and her body falls in half.
Yes, I do. I do remember that.
That would have been a very shocking moment if I fucking cared about any of
if
these
you
characters.
gave a shit. That's the thing, because towards the end, like all this action stuff is happening, and I'm just like, okay, can this movie end? I'm kind of through with it.
Yeah. I mean, I wish that I could say this has some cool kills. Like, the Predator blows 2 people's heads off simultaneously with, like, his cannons. And, like, I don't know. Some of the Predators, like... That's another thing that I just thought about this movie. Like, the Predator's whole thing is, like, cover-up. Like, making sure that nobody knows about the aliens and stuff. But in the meantime, he's skinning cops and hanging them in trees.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you want people to not be suspicious of you, don't be doing that.
Yeah, and he had that liquid that was supposed to be like disintegrating things. And he used it like 4 times and then he
just
stopped.
Some magic, pour it over and move on. Just disappear.
But even with like any of the kills in this movie, it's not even worth it to watch.
No, it's not. Man, fuck this movie.
Fuck movie.
Everything about it. I rated it a 0.5 star out of 5.
I did 1.5 because honestly, I've seen worse movies than this. Unfortunately.
I technically have seen worse movies than this, but my god, I fucking hate this.
Yeah. Honestly, this should probably be more of a 1, but...
Anyway, for Jade, when he's doing the tier ranking, I rated this an F.
I need to... I'll rate it later, Jade. I still need to go through, but I'm pretty sure this will probably be an F for me as well.
I did write down not only like my numerical score for everything, but also like my tier.
The tier.
Where it would go on my tier list.
Yeah, I started doing that, and then I had to watch these movies, so then I stopped. But yeah, this would definitely be an F, because it's bad.
Anyway, that's enough of Alien vs. Predator Requiem before I give myself an aneurysm. So
yeah, I was like, I think we need to calm down with that now. Okay.
I'm also going to write down here where yours fall, so that way I can remember them. Also, why the fuck is this movie called Requiem?
I don't know.
Is it just because it sounds cool?
I think so.
Because the Requiem has nothing to do with what is going on in this movie at all.
No. Yeah, I think they were just wanting like a cool title, and they're like, "Yeah, that would."
They were just like, "What sounds cool? Requiem. That is cool. What does it mean? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter." I agree. Yeah, it doesn't matter because that's a shitty movie, and you shouldn't watch it.
No. Okay, here we go. We have synced up with this one, but I feel like from what you have just said, we're not going to sync up with this one. Not. But I am surprised as to where this is going to land on your list. We have talked about this before, but my number 8 is Alien Covenant.
I was wondering, yeah. Honestly, that's actually, like, mid-list for me.
Okay, I can understand that, but, like, no for me. Anyway.
No, understandable, too. But my next one is Alien Cubed.
Okay. Alien Cubed is actually more middle for me.
Yeah. And honestly, again, like I said, this isn't a bad movie.
No, it's just a very nihilistic one, especially coming from like it's directly after Aliens, which has a very positive like ending to it.
Well, and this one, like because we talked about this before, I don't mind like an ending where it feels like there's no hope kind of thing, a nihilistic ending. But this one, it just wasn't like. I don't know. It wasn't giving enough for me. I felt like the storyline was kind of like all over the place. Or maybe it's because it's like, okay, we're doing this again kind of thing.
It's pretty much just David Fincher. You can tell he was more of just like, oh, I love the original Alien. But maybe not so much a fan of Aliens, which those two are like 2 tonally different movies.
They are.
So he was probably thinking, I want to go back to the tone of that first Alien movie, which isn't a bad way to go. It sucks because you follow Ripley, you follow Hicks, No, not Hicks.
No, Hicks is in the second one.
Yeah. What was the name of Michael Bihn's character? I can't remember.
Oh, that's a good question.
You think with how much I love
I was
aliens,
going to say the bald-headed dude, right? All of them are bald.
No. Like every other character in this movie is bald.
Because of the lice.
No, it is Hicks. Yeah,
oh, it is?
Michael Biehn is Hicks. I think we were both thinking of Bill Paxton's character, Hudson.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But no, like, we follow Hicks, we follow Ripley, we follow Newt. They survive, like, these horrible, like, things that happen to them in, like, aliens.
Aliens, yeah.
And, like, they survived everything, and they came out on top, and they're this nice little family, like, unit now. Mm-hmm. And then just to kill them off screen.
Immediately off screen.
It's just like, oh, yeah, Hicks and Newt just died.
They're dead.
In the cryo sleep. And Bishop is like damaged beyond repair.
Yeah, he's just broken.
And by the way, Ripley, you got an alien in you.
Yeah, well, whoopsie. Yeah, you got a face hugger put on you in the last movie. So now you're impregnated, and it's a queen.
Slay Queen.
So yeah, isn't that so crazy?
That was like an original note that I had with Alien 3 of like, why is the gestation period so long for this? And they explain it. It's a queen.
Do. Yeah, and that was the hang up for a lot of people too. And I think some people understood towards the end and some people didn't because they were still hung up on it. But that's why the gestation period took so long, is because it was a queen inside of her. Because obviously with other face hugger implantations, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, depending on the movie. Like if we talk about the last movie, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, it's just fucking instant. Yes. It's like you get a face hugger, fucking seconds later you got a chest burster.
Which I think is a little crazy, but yeah. But
which, usually if you take it like in the original movie, it's like it takes like a few hours maybe, or something like that.
Like after the face hugger gets off of you, it's like a couple hours later. But that's why it was probably it was like a day or two, right? Like
it felt like a couple days. Yeah. I can't remember the exact chronological timeline of like everything, but I know it was at least more than a day that she kind of had this gestating inside of her.
Yeah, but we forgot. So the budget for Alien Cubed was 50 to 60 million around there, and the box office was 159.8 to 180 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not terrible, but I know that this movie was like lambasted at the time. People hated this.
Well, yeah, because apparently there was multiple screenwriters involved, multiple directors were involved. Filming started without a finished script.
David Fincher was not the director that he would eventually become after this.
Yeah, no. And then this was his first big budget movie.
Yeah. Like before this, he did like music videos and commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, but this is his big break. And he's ashamed of it.
And then apparently he ended up walking out of production at one point.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like he got a lot of pushback from 20th Century Fox. To like,
he did.
Kind of not do your own thing, make it more this way, and I feel like anything that I hear about David Fincher, he's very much a perfectionist. He wants things a certain way, and he'll like fight tooth and nail, and I think it's because of this movie.
I mean, probably
is the reason why. I think that's why like his next movie that he did after this, 7, feels so much better because David Fincher was just like, no, I'm gonna fucking control everything.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you guys, like we're doing this my way. And then apparently the studio also reworked the film without his consent as well.
Interesting. I know that there's a director's cut of this. I don't really know exactly like what the differences are. I don't think I've ever seen the director's cut of this.
With like the ox instead of the dog.
Yeah, but there's like additional like lines of dialogue that like clear up some plot holes.
No, I was gonna say, so I prefer the extended. Like I said, all of my ratings have been the extended versions of these. So they definitely go more heavy with like the religious aspect,
which you get in the in the original theatrical cut, but I guess
it goes deeper with this. There's also it's not Spike the dog, it's Babe the oxen.
Which, how do you feel about that difference? Because I feel like when we get to the xenomorph, it's more dog-like.
It is more dog-like. I always hate when movies hurt dogs.
Yeah, so. Actually, when I was watching, I was like, I wonder what Nikki's going to think of a chest burster coming out of a dog.
No, and it's crazy because with this and Aliens, I watched the extended versions of them first. And then I was like, oh, it's on streaming. Like, next time I watch it, I'll just watch it on that. So then I went to streaming, and then I was like, wait, what about, a dog? Huh? Yeah.
Dog?
And then with Aliens, it's like a totally different movie because they
add a lot to Aliens.
We'll talk about it when we get there. But I was very shocked. So, yeah. And then, like I said, more focus on the prisoner's beliefs. And then also there's no footage of the, of the wreck, of Ripley crashing.
Oh, you mean coming down?
Yeah, because before they, show it crashing and then they, go in and they see the cryo chambers and, it shows so much more, and then also they show her covered in the lice because the lice are a big issue. It's a big thing
there's lice all over this movie.
Yeah, there really is.
Which is why everyone's bald.
Also, in the extended version, the inmate Golic, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a second antagonist in the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is very much on his religious belief is the dragon, as he calls it, which is the xenomorph. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He thinks that it's he's kind of worshiping it, I guess, quote unquote. Yeah. But he at one point releases it once they try to catch it because he is trying to save it. It's a whole thing. So he's kind of
the beast.
Yeah, he's definitely a second antagonist in it. Oh, and then, I guess Ripley and the prisoners successfully trapping the dragon. So, and that's when Golic, releases it and all of that jazz. So there's a lot more to it in the extended version, which I prefer to the theatrical release. Which I feel adds more to the movie.
I kind of wish I had watched the director's cut because this is one of the Alien movies that I feel like I have the least to say because it kind of just feels like it's there.
That's the thing.
It kind of feels like it's treading water. It's kind of trying to bring the franchise back to its original horror roots, but it's so it's kind of slavishly like the original Alien that you kind of forget about things that happen in this movie.
Yeah, nothing is really stand out
except for the new edition of the Alien lore, which is what we mentioned in AVPR.
Is the runner.
Yeah, whenever a facehugger attaches itself to whatever it is, it could be a human, it could be a dog, it could be a predator, it will take on those characteristics when it becomes a xenomorph. So yeah, we have the runner, which sometimes looks good, but then you get the wide shots of it moving, and boy, is that rough.
I thought that was CGI, and apparently it wasn't.
They had a puppet, and I believe they just crop it in.
They did. They just cropped it. It looks so bad.
It looks really bad, and it is very unfortunate. But apparently, originally what they're going to do was have an actual dog in an alien costume.
Yes.
But it looked fucking ridiculous.
It looked so bad. It was one of those, are those greyhounds?
I think it was a greyhound or something like that. Yeah. It was a big skinny dog that you can put in an alien costume, but whenever it moved,
it just looked ridiculous.
It just looked stupid. Just an alien just running like a dog.
Yeah, and I mean them cropping in the puppet that they used was also looked ridiculous. I thought it was horrible CGI, but then I found out that the only shot that they used CGI for was when the creature exploded.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that was it.
This was 1992. I don't think their CGI budget was Jurassic Park came out the following year. Yeah, and that was the breakthrough of CGI.
Well, because I thought that one scene of it running, I was like, ooh man, that was bad CGI that they decided to use for, but.
Well, I knew even when I first watched this, because I knew some of the behind the scenes of just that's not CGI. They just poorly cropped this puppet in there.
But yeah, it's nothing crazy. Ripley is crash lands Ripley's
having
in this prison.
Ripley's having a bad month between
oh my my God, every time she falls asleep in a cryotube, she wakes up and it's like, hey, by the way, you're fucked.
Like, once you actually think of these first 4 movies, like, they take a place over the span of, like, 300 years. Mm-hmm. But, like,
to Ripley it's like a month.
Yeah, she, like, went into cryosleep at the end of the first Alien, like, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, and... Like, to her, yeah, like, it's literally just falling asleep and waking up the next day, and then more shit is happening.
It's pretty crazy. Can you imagine just going to sleep and, like, you wake up tomorrow, and it's just, like, it's been 200 years, and it's like, the fuck?
Like, excuse me? But yeah, so the premise of this is she crash lands.
On a prison planet. There's a bunch of, like, criminals here.
It's all males, all male prison. There's a lice problem.
They kind of form their own little society. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all bald.
Their own society, their own, like, religious beliefs.
Which does kind of tie into religion, like monks are bald. Mm-hmm. So they kind of play into that.
Yeah, and then, but, you know, of course, Ripley landing here being a woman, they haven't seen a woman in years.
Yeah, everyone's just like, well, hello.
Yeah, no,
hello, hot Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm, no, and there is a sexual assault scene.
There is. You don't see anything explicit, which I'm of 2 ways. I don't need to see like a woman being assaulted, but at the same time, this franchise is kind of based on that, and I feel like it's rather tame for what it's trying to do.
Well, it's like based off of men.
I'm just saying it fits in with the theme of
God, yeah. Oh. But that
By
is
the
what
way,
this
I'm
is.
not sure, Jade, if you're going to have to censor every time we bring up
I think so. I think that they do.
Because YouTube doesn't like, despite the fact that most YouTubers Anyway, cut that, Jade. If we...
Yeah, I was like, Jade's having a bleep a lot right now. I'm just gonna cut out just like this whole section. But yeah, so this, I mean, a xenomorph comes. It's the runner. She finds out that she's impregnated with the queen.
The queen.
And then, of course, you know, Wayland Industries is like, hey, girl.
Give me that alien.
We really want the alien inside of you.
Because that's her whole motivation for throughout every single one of these movies. Except for Alien vs. Predator. Mm-hmm. Except for the dumb ending at Alien vs. This is the last time I'm going to bring up AVPR.
Yeah.
But they have at the end of just like, Miss Yutani gets like a Predator gun. And that's supposed to set up for... where humans gonna go. In a terrible line of dialogue, it's just like, this technology is not for our world, is it, Miss Yutani?
It's like
so fucking stupid.
It's
never to be explained ever again.
No, you would have to know, like, I mean, the lore of
you'd have to know like
and
Wayland Yutani and what that means, what that name means.
Yeah. But any whoosies. But yeah, so obviously Wayland Industries wants the alien.
How do you feel about like the Wayland at the end of this movie being like a human? Because one thing that we learned in the first Alien versus Predator is that there's so many different Waylands in all of these movies. Mm-hmm. But like in Alien versus Predator, you have like a Wayland in that, and it's also Lance Hendrickson. Mm-hmm. That brings into question of just like, why does his offspring look exactly like him? Yes.
I don't know. Because it's been said before that since Prometheus and Covenant have came out, and like Romulus and stuff, that once Prometheus came out, that the Alien vs. Predator movie is no longer part of canon.
Yeah. Which is weird because they are canon in the Predator franchise.
Yes.
That being said, now it's all owned by Disney. Mm-hmm. I feel like they have been talking about making a third Alien vs. Predator movie. I feel like nothing... We can talk about it. Nothing in like Prometheus or Covenant or Romulus strictly rules out anything that happens in Alien vs. Predator because they're so far apart in time that I feel like you could make it work.
I think so too. And I mean, the only thing that could like maybe some people might bring up is the fact that in AVP that the Wayland of that like dies. Sorry, spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
But I feel like you can also argue that like he had a son Then he took over the corporation and continued
or
it.
maybe like Wayland had a brother
or
who
something.
had like
Exactly.
children and stuff like that. There's ways you can write it.
Yeah, so I'm
this is Hollywood. You can write anything.
You can write
you
anything.
want.
So honestly, I wouldn't discount the Alien versus Predator movies as not in canon.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I wouldn't like in canon is the Requiem one.
Yeah, that's kind of a blister you have to walk on if you want this all to be canon.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, you blew up a whole ass town. Like,
yeah,
where did that come
the government can cover up a whole city being nuked.
Right. True. So I don't know. I feel like they could fuck with it still.
They could, but yeah, we get Wayland in at the end of this. Gets hit over the head with like a pipe, and a very disturbing, like his ears kind of hanging off.
It was pretty gory. But then Ripley's like, "Fuck you guys."
She's like, "Fuck you, company. I'm gonna dive into that hot lava down there."
Yeah, it was like a hot metal or something like that.
It was something like that because this is like. I can't remember what it was. It's in like an oil refinery or something like
that. So yeah, she just hops right in, and then I can't remember which one it was because I watched both. That one of the extended or the theatrical, the queen bursts out of her.
I think in the version that I saw, the queen bursts out.
Because in the extended
because I remember
version,
that specifically because it's just like.
Yeah, in the extended version, it doesn't do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I like the image of, like, as Ripley's going, she's like, she holds on to it. Almost kind of like it's a child.
A motherly kind of hold.
Yeah. Which is also a theme for Ripley throughout all these movies. Mm-hmm. 2 of the movies, at least. The original
the original one, no. But,
I dropped my pen.
There we go. But yeah, the last, 2, and then I think also in Resurrection, it's also like she's motherly,
but at the same time there's another sort of underlying thing that's going on in Alien Resurrection. We'll talk about it.
But yeah, and then also Weaver said at the end of this, because she thought that this was the end of her character, she joked by saying they'd probably find a way to resurrect Ripley using DNA from her fingernails.
And that's what they did. True. That is 100% what they did.
That's what they did.
It's like Joss Whedon heard that interview and it's like, writing down ideas.
Write that down.
Write it down. We're going to do that.
Yeah, so that one, there's not like a lot that I have to
There's
say
not really
about
a lot that I say. This is, did Sigourney Weaver produce this one or did she produce the next one?
I think she
I know she becomes a producer. So my favorite piece of trivia for both Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and Aliens is Sigourney Weaver. She's a Reaver. She agreed to come back to do Aliens under 3 conditions that the movie had to meet. Mm-hmm. Number 1, there had to be no guns, which is funny because Aliens has a bunch of guns. She has to fuck the alien.
All right.
And at the end, she has to die. Okay. And all 3 of those don't happen in Aliens, but they do happen over the course of Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
She wanted to...
We'll get into it with Alien Resurrection. There is a way that she can kind of explain that.
All right.
But yeah, in Alien 3, there are no guns in this movie. Obviously, they're in a prison. Mm-hmm. Why would there be guns? And also, she dies at the end.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure she wanted that because she's just like, I don't want to do any more sequels.
Yeah, I think she was kind of over to that.
But then 20th Century was like, fuck you, you're going to be in some of these.
Yeah, no, I think, didn't she say at one point she's like, they basically gave her a shit ton of money to be in the next one. And she's like, okay.
And every single time they make a new Alien movie, they're just like, well, we talked to Sigourney Weaver to be in it, but she said no, so we're going to move on. Because I think
it's okay if she's not in all of them.
It's fine.
It's okay, yeah.
She doesn't need to be in every single one of these. Plus, I feel like her character's kind of done.
Well, now her character arc, I feel like, is just over.
We don't need to see any more Ripley.
Absolutely not.
I would have been fine if she had just died at the end of this, and then Resurrection had been focused on someone else. Yeah, I think that would have been fine.
I would have been cool with it. I mean, but of course they kind of did. They pulled a Michael Myers, and they're like, "No, there's no alien without."
Actually, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Ripley's going to be the main character of at least 4 of these.
You're like, mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we can move on to number 7. My number 7 is aptly Alien Resurrection.
Alien Resurrection. Okay.
Nice. Oh, by the way, Alien 3, I rated 2 out of 5.
Oh, yeah, I rated a 2 as well, yeah.
Okay, but I would give it like a
Or
D.
wait, you said Alien Resurrection. Oh,
No, Alien 3. I gave it 2 out of 5.
Same.
But I would give it a D ranking on the tier list.
I don't know where I'm at yet, but by this video being released, you will know, Jade. Okay, well, my next one might surprise you. I don't know how high this is up on your list, but it's Aliens.
Number 7 is Aliens? Oh my god! Okay. Aliens is my number 2.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. So here, this is what I have to say. I went back and forth with 4 of these films.
Okay.
Because all of these next 4 that I'm about to say, this one included, are all very much like on the same spectrum for me.
Okay, I will say my number 7, 6, and 5 are kind of fluid. Like I can change them depending on my mood.
So same here. So all of these.
But oh my god, Aliens at number 7.
All of these are 3s to me for out of 5 ranking. I only have this so down low because I just didn't have that much fun watching it this time.
You didn't have that much fun? Oh, no, wow. Okay. This is like the most fun Alien movie for me, at least.
Yeah, no, this was higher up before, but after watching all of these again, I was like, you know what? I think I might like these other ones a little more.
Wow. And people are going to lambast you for this.
Maybe. Probably, because I know people love Aliens.
That's a very controversial place to put Aliens.
And like I said, I mean, this could be like above these other 4 that I'm about to say, just depending on my mood. Okay. But for this ranking right here, I just didn't have that much fun watching it. It was okay. I just wasn't in the mood for a bunch of guns and you know?
So you're not like huge into the action.
No, I'm not a huge action movie person just in general.
Neither am I, but I think this is a very well crafted, very well directed film. Maybe it's hard for me because like Terminator and Terminator 2 are some of my favorite movies. Mm-hmm. But this ranks up there with me of just being like one of the best sci-fi action
this
classics.
is a great sci-fi. Like I said, I know it's low on the list, but a lot of these, I rate these so highly that like this isn't, I'm not saying this is a bad movie. This is a very good movie. Like I said, I rated it a 3. It's above average of a movie. Like,
okay, you can be done trying to justify yourself.
You guys don't click off, please. But no, like seriously, like I just didn't have that much fun watching this time. For the budget, it's $18.5 million. Box office is 131 to 183.
$18.5 million, really?
$18.5 million, yeah, for the budget.
I wonder what that is adjusted for inflation, because that seems like that's a pretty low budget.
No, I was like, it's not for all the shit that happened in it. But yeah, funny they bring up Terminator, because following the success of Terminator, they went with a more action adventure theme for this movie.
Makes sense. I'm pretty sure James Cameron also kind of pushed for that because that's very much his style.
It's his shtick.
That being said, like the first Terminator is very much a horror film. I will stand by that and die on that hill.
I don't know if I've seen the first Terminator movie. I think I've seen like bits of it, but not like its entirety.
We got to do Terminator at some point. But no, Aliens, like classic in my opinion. There's very few flaws that I have with this movie. I think if there's a major flaw that I have with it, it would be the visual effects. Mm-hmm. Like, you go from Alien, which, I guess, spoiler alert, I'll say, like, is like a near perfect looking movie.
Oh, it's great.
Like, effects, the cinematography and stuff like that. And this is kind of a downgrade from that. Like, it's kind of got the James Cameron color grading. If you've seen Terminator 2, it looks a lot like Terminator 2.
Yeah, it's not very...
But, like, it's more brightly lit.
Yes, you can see... I don't have any problems with, like, it being too dark or not being able to see. And then even in some scenes, like, they do, like, the all-red lighting at one point. And that's really fun. Did you watch the theatrical for this as well?
I watched the theatrical for this,
have you seen
but I have seen the extended version.
Okay, I will say the extended version is so much better.
They add a lot more to Ripley's character that I really appreciate, because in this movie we learn that at the end of Alien, when she went into cryosleep, like she had thought that she was only going to be afloat for like a week or a couple weeks before she hits like any kind of major like rendezvous point. But instead, she's been floating in space for 50 years.
Yeah, 57. 57 years.
And in between there, we don't learn this in the theatrical cut, but in the director's cut, she had a daughter who died while she was in cryosleep. So that really motivates her character throughout this when she meets Newt.
That's such a huge thing that they cut out.
Point, yeah.
It's like, why did you not have that in the theatrical? So if y'all have seen the theatrical version of this and have never seen the extended version, and this is the first time you're hearing of this, and yeah, that's why she's so motherly and immediately attaches to Newt, because she lost all of that time with her daughter. And she says, she's like, I was supposed to be home for like, I think she said her 12th birthday.
Yeah.
And Newt is around this age.
We learned that her daughter died like in her 60s or something like that.
I think it was like...
Or 70s, like early 70s, late 60s or something.
And it was
like that.
only like a year or a couple months before Ripley was found.
Yeah.
So that's like even more of like a slap in the face.
Also, a little side tangent. The video game Alien Isolation actually follows her daughter trying to find Ripley. Oh. Like she goes aboard, I can't remember what the name of the ship is, but she like tries to go and find her mom. Of course, she never finds her because like she's out floating in outer space.
Yeah, she's in cryosleep.
But yeah, like coincidentally, she also comes encounter with the xenomorph and like mother, like daughter sort of.
Yeah,
situation.
because Alien Isolation they've said is canon as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't watched any playthrough of that, but I hear good things.
I've been meaning to play the game. Actually, I did watch a few playthroughs.
I want to watch playthroughs of it. But yeah, and then also they completely cut out scenes of LV-426, which is the
the
planet.
The what is it? The colonists.
Mm-hmm, the colonists.
Because we get a scene with Newt with her actual family, like her father, her mother, and her brother
going out, and they were specifically told to go here to check things out after what Ripley said to because obviously whenever they brought her out of cryosleep, they're like, so hey, what happened to your whole
What
crew
happened to this
ship?
$1 trillion ship that you just exploded?
Yeah, so then she explains, and they're like, yeah, that sounds fake because we have colonists on that planet right now.
You're a woman and we don't believe you.
Yes, a big theme of these movies is you're a woman and we don't believe you.
I mean, that's essentially what Alien 3 was. It's just like, you're a woman.
Yeah, I was like, we didn't explain it then, but yeah, that was it. Like, all of these movies are very much like, you're just a girl. You're just a
lady. You got no penis.
you don't have a penis down there. We don't trust you.
You don't have a penis. That's why we like the xenomorph, whose head looks like a penis.
Exactly. Yeah, very phallic looking things. Mm-hmm. They cut out the scene where Newt and her family are
they go to the derelict ship from the original.
Because they were told to go check it out. And then, of course, they go and check it out, and her parents exit out, and they're like, hey, kiddos, stay in the car. We'll leave the windows cracked. And then they go... they don't actually do that, but it's kind of crazy.
I just love the idea of just, like, you're on an alien planet, like, light years away from Earth, and you're just like, okay, stay in the car.
Yeah. So then they go and check it out, and obviously, Newt and her brother, they're just, like...
They're just
yapping
vibing.
It up. They're vibing. And then all of a sudden, their parents come back, and her mom flings the door open, and she's like, Mayday!
Yeah, because the father has a face hugger on him now.
Yeah, and then Newt does this crazy-ass scream that lasts for, like, 5 minutes. I swear.
That's true.
And just,
How do you feel about Newt? Not, like, as a character, but the actress.
The actress?
She's not very good.
No.
They picked her because she looks cute. And I guess that's all adorable. You really need.
She is actually adorable. She is not a good child actor.
Like, there's some lines in here, it's like, they're dead, all right? Can I go now?
Yeah, I feel like if they would have gone
They mostly come at night, mostly.
That is literally what she says. I'm sorry.
I hate to pick on a child actor, but she's not very good. They picked her because she was cute. And that's really all we needed. And
hey... who gives a shit what we think?
I mean, when she's next to Sigourney Weaver, who's, like, acting her ass off, like, I don't think you really need to have a great, child actor, but yeah, she's not good.
She was not good in this.
She's kind of also one of the weaker links of this movie.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because of the fact that there are so many lines that she had that could have really hit home. Like, they're dead. Like, she's like, they're dead.
They're dead, all right. Can I go now? She's slightly British. Because this movie was filmed in, I believe, London, because I feel like that's where James Cameron just loves to shoot. Like, I feel like he's shooting all of his Avatar movies there as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, you talk about, like, she has very few lines in here. I feel like we make up with that with all the, like, Marines lines, because they got some good lines in this.
Oh my gosh.
We're on an express elevator to hell, going down.
It's such, like, a dude bro movie. Like,
it kind of is, but I feel like that's important. Much like the original Predator, you got to set up, these guys are dude bros.
Yes.
They're very tough and masculine, so that way when they get their asses handed to them by this creature, you know shit's real.
Oh yeah, and that's what I liked about this too. I read this that the scene of them coming out of the cryo chambers whenever like all of the military are going with Ripley to LV-426, that was the last scene that they filmed. Because they wanted everyone to have that camaraderie and to like show like, because they had been filming for like X amount of time, and so they're like, we wanted it to be like realistic that these people had that like kind of relationship.
I mean, it shows on screen because like all these Marines have like good camaraderie with each other. Vasquez though,
I was wanting to bring that up.
Last year before I went and saw Alien Romulus,
I did not know this.
My friend Joey and we rewatched the first two Aliens. And when we got to Vasquez, I remember leaning over to Joey and being like, boy, they would not do this today.
See, okay, so here's the thing about Vasquez. So I did not know this whenever I watched it the first couple of times. This is my third watch through of these movies. But this one, for some reason, I was like, who played Vasquez?
Who played Vasquez, this Latino woman?
Because I was like, man, I haven't seen her in anything else, right?
You have, it's just you don't recognize her. Because
she's literally in brownface.
She's a white woman playing a Mexican.
Yep, she is a white woman playing a Hispanic woman. And I'm like, oh.
And look.
Okay.
I get why James Cameron did it.
Do you?
To a certain extent. This actress is actually in a lot of James Cameron's movies. Like, she was in Terminator 2. She was the stepmom who was taking care of John Connor. Not stepmom, foster mom. It's more appropriate. She was also in Titanic. She played like the woman who had the two kids, the Irish woman who's trying to get them off.
Irish woman, yeah.
So I get it in that sense. She's a James Cameron regular, but oh boy.
But why?
But why would you do this? It was the 80s.
It was the 80s, but even then, it's just like, what are we doing, you guys?
I feel like he tried to make up for that for casting Michelle Rodriguez in the first Avatar. Just being like, look, I'm sorry about Vasquez. Here's an actual Mexican woman Vasquez, playing this character.
I was just like, all right. So yeah, learning that this time around, I was very shocked.
It's crazy because when I was younger, I didn't even notice, but now that I know...
Now that I know, it's so obvious.
I can't not see it.
It is
she
so
is
obvious.
Clearly not Latina.
She is clearly in brownface. Like, it is very much just... Yeah, the fact that I didn't even notice was insane.
And the accent's weird, too.
The accent's so weird. Because, I mean, I assumed it was, like, someone, like, playing up an accent.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it... Yeah.
She does have a great line at the beginning where, like, one of the Marines is just like, hey, Vasquez, has anyone ever mistaken you for a man? And she's like, no, have you?
Yeah, no, that was...
That's a very good line. Like I said, all these Marines have really good lines.
They do. But yeah, so Ripley is trying to get Newt to safety. Like, they're just trying to survive this and get off this planet at this point and to just destroy it, kind of thing.
Her whole plan is to nuke the site from orbit because it's kind of like that whole thing of, like, you find a nest of spiders in your house and you're just like, fucking burn it down.
Yeah, so that's what she's doing because they're like, there's a lot here. But then they have a guy from the company with them.
They have, what's his name? Burke, I think.
They have Burke. It is Burke.
Played by Paul Reiser, which Right now, Stranger Things is out. Paul Reiser is actually in Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
In season 2, the fun of it for me was Paul Reiser plays this like person that works with like the quote unquote evil corporation in that movie. And like the whole fun of it is just like, oh, that's the guy from Aliens who betrays Ripley. It's like, is he going to betray the people in Stranger Things as well?
Yeah.
But he ends up being like a very nice doctor. So it's kind of like this contrast between his character from Aliens. I feel like they were very much playing into that.
Yeah.
But no, you got Burke. He's a company guy. Of course, at the beginning, he's doing like air guns. He's like, hey, I'm trustworthy. You gotta love me.
I'm so cool. I'm with you guys. I'm totally not gonna like do what's in the company's best interest. Like, I'm here for you for sure.
I work for Weyland-Yutani, but trust me, I'm not their bitch.
But yeah, but like I'm the same as you guys. Like, I promise. But that wasn't true.
No, it wasn't. Of course, like he would make pay dirt with like trying to get this alien back to the company.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, when we get to Alien Romulus, we're gonna come back to this.
We're coming back to it because yeah, that's
because it kind of breaks canon a little bit, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
But yeah, so he's like, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back with us.
Let's just bring this creature back.
It'll be really beneficial to us.
We'll have it attached to Ripley, and then we'll have it attached to Newt, and then everything's going to go to plan.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we're nuking the place. So then he's like, yeah, like you said, we'll attach it to you guys, and you won't even know.
And a very good suspenseful scene where it's like they're locked in the room.
With the face hugger, because obviously the people on LV-426 were doing some experiments on the face huggers and whatnot whenever they found it. But obviously it's an alien movie, so shit gets crazy and they all have been cocooned. So there are face huggers still in the labs. So
I think Bishop says near the beginning, like 2 of them are still alive.
Yeah. So of course Burke's like, hey, let's release both of these onto Newt and Ripley.
Oh, what's that? Right. There's cameras in here? I'm just gonna turn those off.
Yes, because while they're being attacked by these things, obviously he's like locked the door. They're by themselves in this room that's like shatterproof glass.
Oh yeah, because Ripley tries to grab a chair and break the glass, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, and so they're trying to get a hold of people on the cameras, and Burke kind of just goes over it.
And then he tries to play it all smoothly. And
he's like, who did that?
He's like, don't worry, I'm just an 80s businessman.
But then they get an idea to set the sprinklers off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then they run in there, they save
This is kind of where we get our first graphic, like, indication of how the alien kind of impregnates a person.
Oh, dude,
because, like, one of the face huggers gets very close to Ripley's face, and it's got its ovipositor just coming out, just...
Yeah, it is. Ugh, it's so gross, and it's very much trying to go into her mouth.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's a metaphor.
It is. If that isn't... struck over your head enough times.
Yeah, it's very phallic and everything like that. Mm-hmm. It does have a very creepy image. There's at one point Ripley throws it across the room and then it just gets up and starts crawling its way.
Yeah.
If you're afraid of spiders, do not watch these movies.
No, it's so... Ugh. But yeah, and then she's like, Burke did it.
Yeah, and Burke is just like, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. It's just like... You're crazy, Ripley. What are you talking about?
He's like, boys, who's gonna listen to this chick over here?
Who's gonna listen to this woman? I got a penis like the alien. It's fine.
Everyone listen to me, you guys. I'm a man.
To me. I'm Paul Reiser.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They were like, let's just blast your face off right here.
And then we get the fun action sequence of them, like, sealing off the door in a room.
That was
and they
cool.
had the scanner where it's just like, they're coming, man. Where are they? And it's like they're on top of him. It's like, this fucking thing is like in here. Which, by the way, I love Hudson's character.
I do too.
How he's like a confident badass at the beginning, and then like
he's
all
like
that happens,
cowering.
and then he's just like, game over, man. Game over.
Like, we're fucking dead, bro.
And he's like a pussy throughout the rest of the movie. It's pretty funny.
No, he is reading this like radar, and they're on top of them, and he's like, they're literally in the room.
He's like, I'm telling you, man, they're here.
And I was like, why has no one thought of up? The ventilation
Well, they eventually
system.
do. They like,
eventually look up and they're like, oh shit.
And I know it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be suspenseful. But I love, like, Hicks, he sticks his head up and he looks to the left and there's a fucking horde of aliens coming down.
They're coming for him. And it's also just funny because they sealed off their only exit to the room. Didn't think that through. But then they find, Burke finds
a way out, and this is kind of where we get the satisfying of just like an alien comes up to him and they hold on the alien's face as he's about to bite into him to get that satisfaction. But I believe in the theatrical cut, he dies there, but in the director's cut, he doesn't.
Oh, I can't remember what happens in this part of the extended version.
What we learn in this movie, again, throughout most of these movies, we learn a different thing about the xenomorph. One of the things that we learn is, like, the alien, like, excretes a kind of, like, resin that, like, sticks to the entire walls that it can kind of camouflage in.
Yeah.
Like, when we get our first alien attack, it's really cool, like, you kind of follow a Marine, he's kind of just standing there, and then all of a sudden, in the background, like an alien just pops out. But anyway, when Ripley, like, loses track of Newt and goes to find her, she finds, like, this whole hive just, like, covered in resin, and, like, Burke he's there, hanging up there.
I do remember that now.
Because he got a face hugger, and he's just like, kill me, kill me. Which is a reoccurring theme in all these movies, of someone just being like, kill me!
Yeah, I think the only one that they don't really have that in is Romulus.
That is true, they don't.
Yeah, because...
I think the newer ones... no, Prometheus does.
Yeah.
I don't think Covenant does.
I don't think Covenant does, but I think in almost all of the movies they have someone saying "kill me," and it's because they are with a chest burster.
They're with child.
They're with child. They're with a face hugger's child.
Also, the Alien versus Predator movies don't either, but
because who cares about that? Yeah, but in Romulus, she specifically states, "Please don't let me die." Like she is like, "Please don't let me die." They
kind of flip it on its head, I guess.
We'll get to that later. But,
we'll get to it.
But yeah, and she faces, because she loses track of Newt at one point during the escape, and then she ends up
the queen alien.
Yep.
The biggest thing that we learn in this is that there is a queen.
Yep.
Queen.
I was gonna say, this is the first of us seeing
and I
queen.
think it's not in the theatrical cut, but in the director's cut, like, they have a scene with, like, all the Marines after the attack, and they're talking about the alien. And I think it's Hudson who says, "With this thing is like an ant, man. What if there's, like, a queen at the center of this hive or something like that?"
I remember that.
So they kind of set it up at the beginning that there's going to be a queen. I'm kind of glad that they cut that, because it makes it very obvious of
it seems
where
a little silly for them to just, like, say it like that.
I mean, it would have been something if they had, like, Bishop say it. But to have Hudson say it, this dumbass.
Yeah, just be like, it's like
what if it's like a queen? What if it's like an alien?
It's like, all right.
We haven't even really talked about Bishop. Like, a lot of this movie is just like, is he evil? Is he not evil?
Yeah, because obviously in the first one we had Ash, and he definitely...
was an asshole.
Yeah, he turned on them quickly. So Ripley has some trauma with the androids, or the synthetic humans.
Yeah.
So immediately when she sees that Bishop is going to be on this mission with them, she's like, "Fuck you, stay away from me." Like,
stay away from me, you clanker.
Yeah, literally with the hard R. Oh, I love this music, clanker. But yeah, we're gonna get canceled in like how many years for saying that.
Once the AI takes over,
we're done.
We're fucked.
So
they're gonna auto cancel our podcast. He used the word clanker. He didn't even say clanker. Jade, cut all of this if this is inappropriate.
Oh my god. So yeah, she's like, "Fuck you, Bishop. Get away from me." And so that's kind of like their dynamic throughout the movie, is she's not for sure if she can trust him. He's like, "Hey girl, like, I haven't done nothing to you, so like, chill out." He's
like, "I'm just a curious robot. Like, what the fuck is your problem?"
Yeah, and he's been very helpful. Like, he has like shimmied through the ventilation
at the same time. There are scenes where it's like Bishop is doing like an autopsy on a face hugger, and it's like it's a fascinating like specimen. Like he's giving Ash, giving Ash. No.
He's giving Ash. But
backing that Ash up.
It is definitely like reminiscent of what Ash was.
They kind of throughout the movie kind of play with your expectations of whether or not he's going to be good or evil.
Yeah.
But I do like at the end to juxtapose with Ash from the first movie. It's no, he's good. Like he's been good this entire time.
No, I'm glad that they don't have all of the androids in these movies be like
assholes.
Yeah, and be like this, like it's for the good of the company, you know, and like not all of them are programmed like that. Which I very much appreciate, because if they did do that, then it would just be literally the same movie over and over and over again.
True. But yeah, Bishop is actually the one at the end who comes and saves the day. Like, Ripley kind of has her standoff with the alien queen. She's trying to get out of there, and at first you're just like, oh, Bishop, this asshole, he left her behind because, like, the ship's gone.
Yeah.
But then he comes in Han Solo style, just like, I'm here to save the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here. And
I'm here, I'm now.
I'm here and now.
I'm queer and how.
He's like, it's a Bishop here, baby. I'm here to save the day.
Oh, speaking of which, a little side tangent. A lot of, like, let's just say conservative people like to bring up this movie of just being like, oh, we love women character because of Ripley and everything like that. I think they're going to be mad when they learn that in this movie we learn, what's her name from the original movie? The other woman on the Nostromo.
Yes.
She's actually trans.
Yes, no,
we learn that in this movie.
We do.
Sorry, everybody. Aliens is woke.
It is, and I remember I just learned that. I feel like
Lambert,
this year,
that's her name. Lambert is trans, so.
And I feel like I just learned that this year, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, oh.
They're going to be like, what? This movie from the 80s is pro-trans?
They made that up.
No, they didn't. It's in the movie.
It's like, no, it's in there.
It's
you guys.
100% in the movie.
Yeah.
It says Lambert was born a man and then transitioned to a woman. Because I think the whole idea of a lot of these movies is like gender is kind of fluid in the future.
Yeah.
There's no real like defined man, woman, and stuff like that. So it's like you can transition pretty easily.
And just the whole
the
fact that the original writer of this film was like, I want to like have this like, you know, fuck men up. Yeah, like they're very much about all of that.
Nothing fucks a straight man up more than a trans person. So apparently.
Well, just like cis straight people in general. Yeah, he's like, true. We're gonna fuck them up.
Not me though. I'm an ally. So.
But like that's the thing. Like I don't know, people that. I hope that there's people that love this movie that are like super conservative and like find that out.
There are some YouTube critics that I know of. I'm not going to call them out here. Critical drinker. That bring up this movie as like because they're so like anti-women main characters. Because like a movie will come out where a female is like the main character, like a Captain Marvel. Or fucking...
And they just like, what, shit on it?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, why are they pushing women as main characters in movies? But, like, people will call them out on their shit, just being like, that doesn't mean that, like, you can have women main characters and it be good. And he's like, yeah, I know that, because, like, Ripley and, like, Sarah Connor and stuff like that. And it's like, I would love to see them collapse to just be like, yeah, I support aliens, which also supports trans.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Some people I hate them.
Some people.
But yeah, I was gonna bring that up whenever we talked about Alien, but I'm glad you brought it up now.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because this is the movie that we learned that little bit of information. So good on you, James Cameron, for putting that in there. You didn't have to, but you did.
Yeah,
so.
And I liked that. And this was 86. Damn.
1986. Yeah.
I like that. I don't think I even talked about how there's like several different ideas of a sequel for Alien.
I'm pretty sure one of them is just make the exact same movie again.
Well, they were gonna dive into the space jockey. Yeah.
Which we'll get to.
Yes, we will get to, but that's what they're going to do for this one.
Well, I know Ridley Scott for the first movie, like, he fought to have the space jockey scene in there.
I love it.
20th Century Fox was like, nah, we got to cut this. And Ridley Scott fought tooth and nail to keep that in. I'm very glad because, like, we'll get to it when we get to Prometheus. Like, I feel like we kind of need to veer in that direction.
Mm-hmm. And the other idea that they had, which I thought was so stupid, was they wanted the planet exploding and the eggs flying to Earth. That's what they wanted.
How far is LV-426 from Earth?
It's just like right next door.
Like months away in light year? Like...
No. It's close enough that when the planet explodes that it doesn't hurt Earth, but the eggs do fall into it.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
No, it doesn't. It makes no sense. I'm so glad they didn't do that.
Yeah. Because that's stupid.
In so many of these movies, they kept wanting to bring the xenomorphs to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I feel like
they eventually got that with Alien Earth.
Well, I was gonna... Well, yeah, that. But Alien
it only took them 50 fucking years.
Alien versus Predator Requiem made me be like, yeah, maybe that's why we haven't had a movie that had xenomorphs like on Earth, because it just was like silly and bad.
It's very silly. It's very bad.
Yeah. But where are we at in this? Yeah, Bishop comes to save the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always get this and Resurrection mixed up. I always think that the newborn is in this, but no, it's just the queen.
It's just the queen. She somehow was able to get up the elevator shaft as fast as Ripley and Newt did and attach herself to the ship. And, like, we get a very cool graphic image of just, like, Bishop being ripped in half by the queen. Oh, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. And then we get you popped your shoulder.
I popped my shoulder.
I very much hope the mic picked that up, because that was loud.
It was loud. That's me almost being 30.
That's fine. I'm 30. I'm falling apart. Yeah. So... But, yeah, this is when we get Ripley fighting the queen in the mech suit, which was established earlier in the movie. Because
that she can
move operate, because she is technically a pilot, so she would be able to.
Yeah.
So, and it leads to the famous line, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
You bitch! Which comes back in Romulus later, but...
Yeah.
I didn't like...
We'll get there when we get there.
I didn't like that, callback, but whatever, it's fine.
And then in classic alien tradition that happens in all these movies, we shoot the alien out of an airlock.
Yep. And, it's fine.
I mean, this is a set, like, they did it in the original. They're gonna do it here. I mean...
Because, like, how else are you supposed to beat these things?
How else do you beat the queen? Like, you can shoot a drone with, like, guns, and yeah, it's got acid for blood, so it's gonna melt through everything, but, like, a queen, you shoot that with a gun, it's probably not going down.
No, it's like you do have to blast that out of the airlock.
Yeah. Blast that ass.
Blast that ass. But yeah, so that was
Aliens. Mm-hmm. So low ranked on your list.
Like I said, it's just because of my mood.
I know. See, for me, when I was coming up with this list, I knew what my top two were going to be, and I knew what my bottom two were going to be. So it's like Aliens, number 2. I rated it a 4 out of 5. I would put it in A tier, not quite S, but like it's a very solid, very well-made movie.
Yeah. Again,
biggest gripe is just like sometimes the aliens don't look that great. They kind of just look like dudes in rubber suits.
Yeah, that's true.
The cinematography doesn't do them any justice.
Mm-mm. But it was good. And like I said, this is interchangeable with the next, like, 4, okay?
Again, you don't have to justify yourself anymore.
Calm down, everyone.
People have already turned off and left comments.
Exactly. It's a fuck you.
Okay, that was number 7. My number 6 was Alien 3.
Alien 3. Oh, okay. So, okay. I get that. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, this one you're probably gonna be surprised about, but it's only because this is my first time watching it.
Is it Alien versus Predator? Okay. Mm-hmm. Alien versus Predator is actually my next one, number 5.
Okay, sweet. So not that far off. This one I thought was super fun.
It is fun, but it is stupid.
It is stupid.
There is so much stupid things that happen in this movie.
Yes.
But it is very much a mid-2000s kind of action-y horror, dumb fun. Like, I think of this in the vein of something like, I'm trying to think of, like, Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, same director, Paul W.S. Anderson, Not to be confused with Paul Thomas Anderson, the actual filmmaker. But Paul W.S. Anderson, he did Resident Evil. Fun fact, he left Resident Evil to direct this movie. And then they made Resident Evil 2, and it was so bad that he went back to Resident Evil to be like, I can't let them do that to this franchise again.
It's like, you guys literally suck.
It's like, you guys literally torpedoed this already not very good franchise.
He's like, it already wasn't great.
I can't say that confidently. I haven't seen any of them. So
I haven't either, so.
We might do a ranking of that one day.
That would be fun.
Our first time watching these
yeah,
movies.
and ranking them.
And just being like, God, these do suck.
Yeah, that would be bad. But we can still do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
But the budget for this was 60 to 70 million.
Really? That much for this? Well, we'll talk about why that might be.
Yeah. And then the box office was 177.4 million.
Not a big hit, but
not still good.
Terrible. It's kind of a moderate. Like, it made money, I guess. But I guess I understand why they would pump a lot of money into this. You know why this movie even exists, right?
Tell me.
It's because of Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, is it?
So,
I think I did hear that.
Freddy vs. Jason came out in 2003. It was a big hit. Like, it was the first time bringing those two titans together. You got Freddy, Jason. Pretty good movie. We'll talk about it if we ever do Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Actually, the horror movie that got me into horror movies. So.
Oh, which was it?
Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason. I like that.
Anyway, it was a big hit. And 20th Century Fox, like all Hollywood production companies, they saw this and they're just like, well, shit, what do we have that we can do this? And they're like, oh, we have Alien and we have Predator. And for like over 20 years, we've had Alien and Predator comics and books and stuff. And they were like, okay, let's get them in the movie. They fast-tracked this. Apparently, like, production for this entire movie was like 6 months.
Oh, jeez.
And it was released the following year. So they really tried to strike when the iron was hot.
Yeah, they said, we need to get this puppy out now.
Well, joke's on Freddy vs. Jason. Alien vs. Predator got the sequel, and they didn't, so.
Oh, yeah, true. Not a good sequel, but it was still
No, but
fine.
they at least got it.
But kind of like, we've talked about this whenever we talked about Requiem, but this is about, there is a signal.
There is a pyramid.
There's a pyramid. There's like a signal coming from a pyramid.
Underneath Antarctica.
Yes.
Crazy. Basically, H.P. Lovecraft light.
Yeah, literally.
For those of you that don't know, H.P. Lovecraft was a writer from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. He was very famous for writing what's known as the Cthulhu mythos. Your stories like Call of Cthulhu, Shadow over Innsmouth, but one of them is in the Mountains of Madness, or At the Mountains of Madness, which his whole premise is there's this ancient civilization in Antarctica that's like ruled by these ancient gods that are like evil and want to kill humans. That's an oversimplification of what happens.
I was
that.
I mean, that seems like this.
We'll talk about it when we get to Prometheus, but like this series kind of has like that undertone of Lovecraftian horror. So like having one of the Alien movies set in Antarctica kind of reminds me of H.P. Lovecraft.
I saw people like comparing these two quite a bit.
Kind of.
And so there's a ping coming from a pyramid in Antarctica.
And Wayland, not Wayland-Yutani, not just Wayland Corporation. They get a hold of this and they're just like, we gotta go. We gotta get to this pyramid before anybody else does.
Because they're like, other people are going to go. And we need to be the first. And so that's why all of this is kind of rushed, because we get our main protagonist. Forgot her name.
Woman.
I think it's Lex.
I think it is Lex. Let me bring it up.
Like, that seems correct.
Cass. Yeah, Lex.
Okay, so
Alexa Woods is her name. Kind of a generic name, but,
but
that fits for a generic character.
Yeah, I was like, she's nothing like...
She's kind of girl bossy.
She's girl bossy.
What you would feel like a woman character would be in the mid-2000s of just like...
badass,
I'm
final
taking
girl.
control, this is my mission sort of thing.
Yeah. And so they get her character because they're like, you know, she has led excursions to like mountains and.
I mean, we are literally introduced with her climbing like an ice mountain, like an.
I was gonna say ice cliff, but
an ice cliff. I almost said iceberg, but that's also not correct.
I thought you were gonna say ice mountain. I'm like,
she is somewhere in the mountains. She is climbing up ice when she gets a call of being like leading this expedition down to Antarctica.
We need you.
We need you. Come in. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Well, she was like, no, like I'm not gonna make it because it's gonna take me like a month to get back to the mainland. And then as she's climbing up, there's a helicopter and a dude that she's on the phone with, and he's like, Waylon doesn't have a month, and like hangs up, and it's like, ooh.
How she didn't hear the helicopter or
know.
the guy talking on the phone.
Just
Who knows?
Like feet away from her. I also wrote that. So how did she not hear him? But okay.
She would have heard the. At the very least, she would have heard double voices of the dude talking and like her phone.
Are you near me?
Are you here?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear? That would have been relevant at the time.
That would have been. So that's why things are kind of rushed. She declines at first whenever they get to.
Well, her character kind of
goes
a lot back and forth. In the beginning of this, is just like, I'm not going to do it, and then I'm going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. Then, yeah, I'll do it.
Because she's not going to do it at first because she's like, there's not enough time. It's just, no one's going to be prepared. People are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But then she ends up doing it anyways because she asks them like, okay, well, if not me, then who are you going to get? And then they tell her, and she's like,
Ellen Ripley.
Bringing her back. No, they tell her who they're going to get. And she's like, what? Like, he's barely done anything. Like, this would be like his second excursion or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But she's like, no, I'll do it. Fine. Like, I'm more experienced. Give it to me. Like, I'm going to try and keep these people alive.
And what's weird is, like, we talked about with AVP Requiem. Like, this movie kind of has a cast of different characters. Mm-hmm. But really, in the beginning of this, we're only really introduced to two of them. We have Lex, and then we have Professor Sebastian.
Dude.
That's how I'm going to refer to them, Lady and Dude.
Lady and Dude, yeah.
No, Professor Sebastian, who he's like...
Italian, right? The Italian
yeah, he's Italian. Okay. He's like an archaeologist. He goes to sites and digs up, and we see him at the beginning of this movie. He's like at a site, and like he finds a Coke... Like,
the Coke bottle.
The Coke bottle lid, which is like the most amount of advertisement that they can get in this movie because the rest of it's going to be set in a pyramid in Antarctica.
Yeah. Not much advertising. There's a McDonald's down here? That's crazy.
There's a vending machine over there. They got sour gummies.
So yeah, they go to this pyramid in Antarctica. And they find this area where it seems, what did they call it? Like a sacrificial tomb kind of thing.
Well, if we're going to talk about like them getting to Antarctica, they first go to like this abandoned whaling facility.
Oh, yes.
And like they get there and they see this giant hole has been drilled into the ice.
I forgot
whereas the previous day it wasn't there, but now it's there and everyone's just like, huh, that's weird. Let's go.
Let's travel down it, everyone.
Let's fucking go. Let's have a good time.
Do that.
But obviously it was drilled by the Predator. Mm-hmm. Because they shot a laser.
I
love that we made the same noise.
It's the laser noise. Everyone knows it. So yeah, they get down there. They're kind of exploring. They find this sacrificial tomb area.
Yeah.
And how do they I'm thinking of the word. It's not ignite. How do they
ignite the alien eggs?
Yeah. How do they?
Well, it's because they get into like the sacrifice area and they find this like case with like the Predator cannons.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Because the whole premise of this movie is like there's 3 juvenile predators that are going to Earth to prove themselves as like adults or men or whatever you want to say.
It's like a coming of age thing that they have to do. This
so
hunt.
their whole thing is like the ultimate hunt, which is the alien, which we learn in this movie for thousands of years. This is where the stupid thing comes in.
Yes.
For thousands of years, they have been coming to Earth. They've been teaching the Incas and the Mayans everything that they know. This movie's got a lot in common with Prometheus, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
They've been helping them build pyramids, and in return, these civilizations have been offering up people to be hosts for aliens, so that way the predators can hunt them as like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
So these 3 predators, the reason why there's a hole drilled into it is because they're going to go down to this pyramid and fight aliens.
And that's why the peeing was happening. Sounded like I said peeing.
That's why they're peeing.
Their peeing is
in
happening.
The yellow snow. Don't eat it.
The pinging is happening.
The penguins.
The penguins. That's why that's happening, is to lure the humans here.
Oh, is that it? Because I was just thinking to myself, it's like, what if no one came? What would they do?
I mean, I feel like that's true, but I feel like they're like, humans will always come and...
Yeah, but
because they always want to like be the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's a big risk.
It is, but
I would have brought some humans with me.
Hey, man, they've been doing it every 100 years, and it's been working.
Yeah, that's true. It is every 100 years because they did this in 1904 in a cut prologue that we actually see. No director's cuts for the Alien versus Predator movies, but yeah, every 100 years. So what they do, like, the humans, they go into the sacrificial tomb. They take the guns out, which activates like
because the guns are in like a different room.
Yeah,
because half of the group leaves to go explore. Half of them stay to figure out what's going on in the sacrificial tomb, and that's when the other team picks up the guns, and that's when
it starts shifting the entire pyramid, like it starts to move around and stuff like that. But that's what causes the alien eggs to come up.
Yeah, because there's just a queen alien laying eggs.
Yeah, she'd be down there, and she'd be
down
laying
there.
eggs.
Yeah,
Women be laying eggs.
Right, that's all we're good for, you guys. Am I right?
Hey, Nikki was the one who said it. I didn't.
That was very much a joke. That was very...
Yeah, they got a queen alien down there. Who knows how long she's been down there?
Poor thing. I feel bad.
I mean, she's been frozen supposedly for like 100 years.
Yeah,
so.
She was like chained up. So yeah, she starts laying the eggs. The eggs pop up into the sacrificial tomb, and obviously the doors close, and all the people that were in there, that were checking it out, are now being attacked by face huggers.
They're like, we're trapped. Let's look at what's inside this
what's
egg.
in here? Yeah, I love
that's a reoccurring thing in all these alien movies. It's just like everyone like fucking looks right into it.
They peer into the egg hole.
We'll get to it when we talk about Alien Covenant, but that's like the worst example of it.
Bro, what is going on? Yeah, like, why are we touching things that we don't know what it is?
But yeah, this is also the first example of like the sped up process of like the like the face hugger to chest burster, because these people like they get face hugged. And then I guess they're passed out for like a few minutes or something like that.
I mean, to be fair, I guess we don't really know how much time passes, but honestly, it can't be hours. It couldn't be.
What's his name?
Because they haven't even found out that every 10 minutes it changes, right?
Oh yeah, every 10 minutes a pyramid like moves around.
And they haven't found that out yet. So yeah, it's been less than 10 minutes, I'm sure.
But like in the first movie, John Hurt's character, like he's out for like, I want to say a day or so with the face hugger on him.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's just like probably no more than 5 minutes of face huggers on them. And then like seconds after, it's like the chest burster's out.
Yeah.
They're just like, we got to speed this shit up.
But
we only have an hour and a half to do this.
We didn't talk about the scene of when the face huggers cross the
bullet time Matrix style, just
it was so dope. That's why I ranked
that's
this.
That's how you can tell this was the 2000s.
Yes, that's why I ranked this higher, because this is the first time watching this. I had so much fun watching it, and that scene I was like, oh hell yeah.
If you ever wanted to see a face hugger go bullet time, this is your movie.
Bro, it was good. I loved that shot.
It's pretty funny. You're just like
I was like, this is so unserious. But yeah, so aliens or xenomorphs are out now.
Yeah, now we got xenomorphs. bunch of stuff happens.
Yeah, the predators come.
The predators come. By the way, we're not talking about predators, so we can't really compare to like other designs, but what do you think of the predator design in this? They seem too bulky for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you look at all the other Predator movies, they're very like slim because they're like agile. They're trying to move in different environments.
I haven't seen any of the Predator movies.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I was like, I have not seen the other designs. So this is the base version of what I know. Okay. Because I have seen bits of this before. So this is like the only time I've seen like Predators. Besides like when I saw like the Badlands, like a couple like trailers for it. Oh, but that's like fair newer, enough. Obviously. Yeah. But I don't mind these, but now that you bring it up, it is interesting because of the fact that they're supposed to be like coming of age, like hunters.
There's a lot
you would think that they would be like more like adolescent.
They would be like at least a little smaller. I know the Predators are supposed to be like fucking 8 feet tall. Yeah. But like you would think that they would be a little bit scrawnier. But it's just funny seeing like these predators just jumping through the pyramid and they're fucking hulking just.
Yeah, no, that is true. Now that you bring that up, yeah, I was like, I would have liked them to be a little more scrawny. I don't know. For me, who's seen like
almost all of the Predator movies, I think I haven't seen the 2 most recent ones. It's just it sticks out to me every time when I see them. It's because they're fucking jacked. Yeah. For no reason.
This made me want to watch the other Predator movies.
Oh, we got to do Predator.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to do that because
some of those movies are good.
I mean, because who knows? Because it was funny. I rated this on Letterboxd and I put like this makes me want to watch the other Predator movies, and then I watched AVP Requiem,
and I was like, actually, I don't want to watch the other Predator movies.
It's like never mind.
No, some of them are pretty good.
No, I was gonna say, like, I'm sure that they're good.
The Predator kind of gives AVPR a run for its money, but
yeah, oh for sure. But this one, I mean, I liked it. I liked how I don't know. People were saying that they felt like in this movie, the Predators were like killing these xenomorphs too easily.
Really, because I feel like the opposite. I feel like 2 of the Predators die really quickly, like one right after the other.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know about that.
I guess people feel that way because there's more aliens and we see more of them die. But it's just like 2 of the Predators die like fucking that, like within 10 minutes of each other.
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously, like, we gotta have a good mix of like a lot of xenomorphs dying because there are more of them, like you said.
Yeah, they're kind of like an insect.
Yeah, and there's only 3 of these predators, so it's like if they get killed, like we don't have a movie then, you guys. Yeah. But I liked the main predator that we follow.
They gave him a name. I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember either.
They did. I think they call him the juvenile. I don't think that's actually accurate, though.
AVP Predator name.
I know that Scar. Yeah, because he puts a scar on its head. Mm-hmm. That being said, the Predator in AVPR does have a name, too. Wolf.
Oh, you're right.
Because he's supposed to be like the character from Pulp Fiction, Wolf. Who his whole job is to go and clean up.
Yes, I did read about that too. But yeah, so Scar and Lex, they kind of end up teaming up because all the
other humans are dead and all the other predators are dead, and they're like shared trauma. We're going at it.
Let's go. Yeah, because Scar was literally just gonna leave her.
Yeah,
he's
but she proves herself because she kills the xenomorph.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know what, girl, you're kind of cool.
He's like, you know what, I kind of vibe. You're kind of a bad bitch. Let's do this.
He's like, let's make you a shield out of a xenomorph head.
Make a spear out of the tail, which, by the way, in The Predator, that spear shows up in there.
Yeah, I heard.
So that's how the Alien versus Predator movies are canon to Predator. Yeah. Even if they're not canon to Alien, which is a very weird dynamic to have.
To me, in my heart of hearts, it's canon. Well, all of these are canon together.
In Predator Badland, they do have a Weyland-Yutani
I heard about that.
Synthetic in that movie. Yeah. So it's like, again, now that Disney owns it, it's all going to combine.
I'm down with that.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, if they can actually make a good Alien versus Predator movie, I'd be for that.
I feel like it's a cool crossover. And I feel like, I don't know, it's a good
idea. I feel
idea.
like Predator is now at a place in its franchise where they're actually making good movies to where it's like, okay, I'd be on board.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, now because I feel like Alien, I mean, with Prometheus was really good. Covenant, but, you know,
we think that.
Yeah.
We'll get into how people kind of reacted to those movies. But, like, Alien Romulus, people seem to love.
I love it.
We'll get into my feelings with Alien Romulus. Alien Earth, I feel like, has been more mixed. Some people love it, some people hate it. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it. I started watching the first episode, but then things happened and I had to stop, and I haven't got back to it.
The only thing I've really seen is, like, one scene of, like, the xenomorph attacking. I'm just like, that is a bad costume.
I thought you were going to talk about the Ice Age thing.
No, I know that Ice Age is canon. To the Alien franchise.
And, like, it's just funny because when that came about, people were like, what the fuck? Isn't that so crazy?
It's not even the weirdest thing in the Alien franchise. We'll get to Alien Resurrection.
It's just, like, silly and funny for that movie to be, like, a part of, like, Alien Earth. But I saw so many people who were like, duh, it's gonna be in the universe. It's Earth. You guys are dumb. And da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, people can laugh. It's okay.
Do you know what would have been funnier? Is if they were watching the original Predator.
No, but Predators are canon.
Try to explain that shit.
No, but some people were taking it way too seriously. And like,
yeah, I remember seeing people like fucking shitting on that. It's just like, so what? The characters are watching a movie.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like, let's make fun of it. It's okay.
Ice Age is a movie that exists. Why not? And I'm pretty sure Disney does own it. So. Yeah. Or do they? Is that DreamWorks? I don't know.
Oh, no. I think it's DreamWorks. Is it?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure it's DreamWorks. I don't know. But
Disney must own some kind of licensing for it.
Probably, if they put it in there. Yeah. But either way, I thought it was silly and funny. But back to this movie. But yeah, so Scar and Lex, they kind of go on this journey together.
And Scar is just like, we're going to take the coward way out. I'm going to drop a bomb down here and we're just going to blow this pyramid.
Yeah, because he's like, I've proven myself. He has the scar now to prove himself.
And they establish earlier in the movie of just like when the alien horde gets like too out of control.
They'll blow it up.
They kind of just blow it up and... Which makes sense. You kind of want to exterminate them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want too many aliens running around or else you fucking have no planet at all.
Yeah.
But they kind of use up their one fuck line right there. Which is weird because, like, a few minutes after they use their fuck line, there would have been a more appropriate time to use it. Because, like, he explains of just, like, I got a bomb and we're going to set it off. And she's like, I hope we blow up every last fucking one of them or something like that.
And that's their one...
That's their one fuck in a PG-13 movie.
But then later,
she's
says
like, you're
line.
one ugly mother. And then they cut it off and it's like, that's where you put your fuck line.
Yeah, I don't know why that they used it for the other one. Because isn't like, you're one ugly motherfucker, isn't that like...
That's from Predator.
Yeah, I was like,
the original Predator. That's Arnold's line in that movie. It's just like, you're one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, so it's just like, why didn't we use it for that?
What is it? A YouTube channel that I follow, Red Letter Media, they speculated, I don't know if this is true or not, that maybe the reason for that is because you can say fuck in a PG-13 movie, but maybe you can't say motherfucker in a PG-13 movie. Maybe that, like, combination of those two words is probably why you can't.
Oh, possibly.
That would be the only thing that makes sense to me.
That would be the only thing. Hopefully that's it. And they didn't just, like, forget. And then they're like, oh, shit.
Waste their one good line.
Yeah.
I mean, it also makes good for the trailer, because I think that moment is in the trailer of her just going, you're one ugly mother, and then it just cuts away. Yeah. Anyway, they get out. They blow up the pyramid. There's a lot of shit that happened in between. We haven't even talked about Wayland himself.
Oh, well, he dies.
Yeah, he dies. He's got lung cancer. He's
the Predator was just going to leave him because he saw how, like, fucked up he was. Yeah. And then Wayland got upset.
Then he got upset. He's just like, eat flames. And then, like, blow torches him.
He said, don't turn your back on me.
Yeah, that's the actual line.
Yeah, not eat flames. I wish it was that. And
then
the
predator that fucking stabs him.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you, dude.
But like Waylon's whole thing in this movie is just like he wants to leave behind a legacy. That's why he wants to go down to this pyramid again. There's a lot this movie has in common with Prometheus.
Yep, for sure. For sure, now that you say that, you're right.
Yeah. They even have the scene, the debriefing scene, near the beginning of the movie where they're all sitting in a room.
I was thinking
and Waylon comes in and debriefs them. It's just like, it is recreated in Prometheus.
Oh, for sure.
For as much as Alien just wants to be like, forget about the Alien versus Predator movies, they sure do take from this movie.
They did take from this movie a lot. But yeah, they do get back onto the surface after blowing everything up. But guess who's here?
The Queen.
The Queen, bitch.
Slay,
she's
Queen,
here.
slay.
Yeah, she's here and she's ready to fuck shit up.
I can't remember how she got out. I think, she just breaks through the ice, right?
Well, because she was chained up and whatnot.
But she breaks out.
I think she just breaks out, yeah.
But, like, Lex and Scar, they, like, shoot themselves up on the most fun roller coaster slide, just up the chute.
So fun. That thing goes very fast.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think, the Queen, I think, just bursts up from the ice. Yeah, she just
bursts out of the ice.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it, but she
and
does.
my favorite moment of that is, like, the Queen bursts out of the ice, and at this point, like, the Predator is taking off his mask.
Oh.
And he has a very funny reaction shot of where his mandibles open up, and he's just like, Arr!
He, like, roars.
Also, I don't like the Predator's face in there.
I thought it looked weird, too, from what I remember Predator's face
it's because the mandibles are just, like, wider than they should be.
Oh, they're too... Okay.
They make it look more spidery, where it's just got a weird look to it. And he's also got, like, very big pupils, so he kind of looks like a Disney character. Just
he looks a little cartoony.
He's just like, love me.
But I think we did forget to say that, because he takes off his mask, and then he
gives Lex the scar.
That he did.
Because it's like, you've proven yourself.
Well, the mark is supposed to be a stylized drawing of a xenomorph.
Oh,
that's what the scar is, yeah.
Okay. I just thought it was because, like, you see some of the Predator language.
Yeah, and you thought it was like...
It kind of looks like, the name of the Predator species is a Yautja. So it kind of looks like a Yautja symbol.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I always took it as. But no, that does make sense. It kind of looks like a xenomorph.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a stylized version of it.
Okay, you just taught me something that I never actually thought about.
And that's why we do this, folks.
And knowing's half the battle.
But yeah, so he gives her the mark, and then that's when...
The Queen pops out and it's just like, haha, fuckers, you thought you were done with me.
It's like, I'm back, bitches. And then a little fight ensues.
Yeah, we kind of got like a Jurassic Park moment where it's like the Queen's kind of like a T-Rex running after Lex.
No, she's huge. Like,
she is huge. She is big.
Yeah, and
she big, bitch.
She is a big bitch. But she ends up... The Queen runs Lex into like this water tower.
Yeah.
Lex ends up... Was it her or Scar that
I think
was
it was
able
Scar.
to train?
Like, I know Scar at one point does a sick like air jump where he like spins up and puts like a spear through the Queen's head.
Yes.
I think it's a combination of the both of them, but at some point Scar does get impaled by the Queen's tail, which we forgot to mention throughout all this. Scar got attacked by a face hugger.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in Requiem, but yes.
Scar is the one that gets the pred alien put into him.
Yes, but you don't see it happen. That's why
they kind of... Because when Scar first puts the scar on him, he takes his mask off to do it. But then we see a face hugger come out and it jumps and then it cuts. And then we
don't know what happened. But then later...
do, because we're not idiots.
Exactly. But then later, we see Scar fine. So we assume that, he may be killed.
Yeah.
But obviously we all know what's going on here. And we're like, that bitch is being...
But there's kind of a plot hole, kind of literally, like he gets stabbed.
I was going to say
it's like, wouldn't have killed the face or the chest burster?
Because, that's the whole thing. And also, during these alien movies, most of the time when you are being, what's the word I'm looking for? Not impregnated. It's...
no, we can call it that.
We'll say that. When you have
the fucking
a chest
face
burster,
hugger lays its seed down your throat.
Yeah. and you have a chest burster in you, most of the time, the xenomorphs don't fuck with you because they know that you are impregnated by a chest burster. So the fact that the queen literally just rammed her tail through the chest of Scar, I was like, interesting. But then he still gives birth to the chest burster, even though it was straight through his chest that she stabbed through.
It would have killed the chest burster.
The Predalien.
Yeah. So there we go.
That is a huge plot hole in this. I kind of just was like, you know what? Maybe I saw it wrong.
I mean, I can no prize the movie and say it missed, but
yeah, I'm gonna say maybe it missed by like a couple of inches.
Yeah, I can also no prize the movie and say the reason why the chest burster takes so long is because it's a Predalien.
Yeah,
which I guess is also kind of a queen because. I don't know. The Predalien, it looks cool, but it's not defined.
Yeah, and it's like a different...
That's another problem I have. Let's go back to AVP Requiem.
Hold on a second. I gotta... And another thing. But no, like, I'm not even, like, mad about how long it took for the chest burster to come out, the Predalien, just because the fact that it is a new species and it had the Predator with it. So I'm like, yeah. It makes sense why it took a little bit. But no, I love the idea of the Predalien.
I like the idea of it. It's a shame that it led to a shit sequel.
That's the thing. Like, they could have really done something with that, and they just didn't.
What's funny about Alien vs. Predator Requiem, one of the earlier drafts of that, they just killed the Predalien early on.
Oh, are you serious?
They just take care of that problem
I would have been the first so 30 minutes. Pissed. Like how they did with Newton, not Hendrix. What the hell is his name? Hicks, yeah. Okay, but I do have a quote from James Cameron.
About this movie? I have a quote from Sigourney Weaver, too, afterwards. Oh, hell yeah. But yeah.
James Cameron said, "It was actually pretty good. When I think of the 5 films, I'd rate it 3rd.
Okay. I like James Cameron as a filmmaker. I don't trust his opinion on movies because like he endorsed both Terminator Genisys and Terminator Dark Fate and quoted them as both being like the real third Terminator movie. And it's like both those movies are shit. Like what are you talking about, dude?
He's like, this is good.
Yeah, just go back to making Avatar movies forever.
Yeah, James Cameron.
Anyway, my favorite quote from this movie is from Sigourney Weaver. So apparently they asked her to come back for this because for every movie after Resurrection, they keep asking her to come back. Yeah. And she said, that idea sounds fucking stupid. She also is just like, what, the Predator beats the Alien? Fuck no.
She said, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I get that. I feel like it's still fun.
It's fun.
It's still fun.
We're not even halfway through this ranking, and we are 2 hours in.
I know. I just looked at the time, and I was like, fuck. I knew that this one was going to be fucking long. Yeah. Sorry, Jade.
It's fine. Jade, just release the whole episode unedited. It'll be fine. Just put in the tier list whenever it comes up, and you should be good. All right. Well, my number 5 was AVP, so.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Okay, my next one is Alien Covenant.
Okay, we can get into this then.
Yeah. Let me get to my notes.
I hate this movie.
Okay.
I think we've talked about this in our personal lives. Like,
yes.
Probably around the time Alien Romulus was coming out. But, like, the whole idea behind this movie is just, like, people hated what we did in Prometheus. Because the whole idea behind Prometheus was to kind of scare away from the xenomorph, kind of go into a different sect of this whole universe.
Yeah.
Well, Alien Covenant feels like, oh, people didn't like that. So we're just going to fucking abandon everything that we were doing.
That's what I hate about this movie, is that they were like, let's scrap everything good about Prometheus.
To just give you a stock standard Alien movie.
Yep.
And it pisses me off because this movie could have been so much more.
It could have been really good. And I think I rated this above what I rated above Aliens and AVP. Just because of the fact that it does make me laugh.
This movie doesn't make me laugh. It makes me furious.
It makes me laugh only at the beginning. Towards the end, it really starts pissing me off with
David's character. David and Walter's character and how they tried to trick us.
Because
quote unquote trick us.
No, because okay, so the premise of this movie is that chronologically this is
after Prometheus but before Alien.
Yes.
So it's another prequel to Alien.
Yeah. So it's about this they're trying to colonize somewhere on a different planet.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the planet that they give. It's like it's got
either.
It's got a stupid name,
I wrote
like a
penis
planet.
Ship.
It's got a penis ship.
Yeah, it's like that's the one.
I mean, for me, my
zeroed in on that.
I mean, my go-to was like the ship from 2001: A Space Odyssey which granted that ship is also phallic.
Yeah,
but,
very phallic.
Origai 6. They're going to Origai 6.
But as they're going there, an anomaly, anomaly happens.
A space anomaly, I can't remember what they call it. It's like a flare that hits their ship.
Fucks everything up. A bunch of colonists are lost.
Including
James Franco.
Including the Captain James Franco.
I said I love how James Franco dies immediately.
My goodness. It's
0 screen time.
It's kind of a shame of who James Franco turned out to be.
Yep. Well, he's
because I kind of liked him as an actor, but now
I know it's just like you're disgusting.
You're kind of a disgusting human being, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kill James Franco like in the first 5 minutes, which is pretty funny. You get this big name actor, you fucking kill him instantly.
Yeah.
That being said, one of the things that pisses me off about this movie is that before the movie came out, they released like these additional scenes that are deleted scenes essentially that I feel like are vital to this movie that should have been there.
There's a scene, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a scene where we get with like all the different crew members at the beginning, and James Franco's there. His whole character is like, he's kind of sick at the beginning, but he's checking in on everyone, making sure everyone's okay. He's like, okay, I'm going to go into cryo sleep because I'm not feeling well. But like in that scene, there's not really anything plot-wise that happens, but it feels essential to me because you get to know every single character and like their relationship with each other, who's with who. And I feel like one of the confusing things about this movie is so like kind of fast-paced through it that you don't really get that moment to stop and get to know these characters. So, like, a lot of these characters, when they start dying, I don't care.
No, that is true, because, they kind of start dropping like flies, and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any attachment to
and we'll talk about it. These characters are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought the characters in Prometheus were stupid, this ranks it up to 11. Like, these guys, I described it at the time, and even when I rewatched this, I thought about it. It's just like, these characters go out of their way to die. No, they essentially
literally do. It's like jumping off a cliff. They're like, hey, it's my turn. Woo.
But like, they're going to Origai 6, which, by the way, reminds me of the planet from Futurama. Anyone who knows this, Omicron Persei 8 from Futurama.
I don't watch that.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyone else?
I'm from the planet Omicron Persei 8.
But they're heading there to colonize.
And they get hit with the flare. It fucks everything up. The captain dies.
And so as they're trying to get their shit back together, they get a signal.
From none other than Elizabeth Shaw from Prometheus.
So I was going to say, would Tennessee really know a song that's over 100 years old?
Yeah, but it's Danny McBride, so I feel like he would.
All right. Well, either way.
That being said, Country Roads is a banger, I feel like.
So Elizabeth Shaw is singing...
you don't listen to Mozart nowadays?
No. So, I know, I guess, like, if it's something like... Dun, 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 dun,
that's a good running joke in Futurama as well, and also in Star Trek, whenever you hear, like, contemporary rap music in those, they're just like, why are you listening to classical music?
But I don't know. I was like, but Tennessee recognizes the song even though it's over 100 years old.
Yeah, because you kind of faintly hear it, and then he kind of picks it up, and it's like, country road, take me home, copyrighted.
Yeah. And he's like, oh shit, that's
He's like, that's country roads.
Yeah.
And they're like, where'd that signal come from? Oh, it came from this planet that we somehow missed in all of our scans.
Completely missed in all of our scans. It has...
By the way, that is a mystery that is never solved in this movie.
No.
Just like, why did this planet never show up, and why did it all of a sudden show up?
I mean...
Who fucking knows?
Possibly you can argue because of the fact that the engineers were there, they like had some sort of technology to make it so that scanners wouldn't, because of the fact that they were trying to not fuck with humans.
I mean, I can accept that as an answer, but at the same time...
They didn't give it. They didn't give it. This is my canon.
If we knew anything about the engineers in this movie, that would make sense.
See, exactly, because they just kill them all off.
Yeah, they just kill them. They're like, you didn't like the engineers in the last movie?
They're dead.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, they're gone. So they are like, okay, are we going to put all of these colonists back into cryosleep where everyone just died, basically, or are we going to go check out this planet that we know nothing about?
Here's my biggest first gripe with the movie. It's just the whole premise of just like, we're not going to go back into our cryo sleep because we're scared to get in there. From a 1 in trillion chance of something happening again. Yeah. Like, it was a freak accident that this even happened.
And he even asked...
And statistically speaking, it should never happen again.
No, and he asked, what the hell was the other guy's name? Not David.
Walter.
Walter. He asked Walter, like, what were the chances of this happening? Why did it happen? And Walter's like, it just happened. There's no rhyme or reason, and it should never happen again. Yeah, he's like, we should be golden. Yeah. And... the fucking new captain, since James Franco's dead.
By the way, new captain is religious. They're trying to bring over those themes of religion from Prometheus, but it's so shallow in this movie and really adds nothing to it.
He's like, believe. You gotta believe.
You gotta have faith.
Have hope.
My crew doesn't like me because I'm faithful, not because I'm an asshole.
It's like, yeah, that's definitely not. It's definitely because you're faithful, for sure. So they decide to go down on this planet that they decide know nothing
to go to this planet that they know absolutely. Like, you gotta think about it. They're all scientists. They're all colonists. They surveyed this planet for presumably years before going there, like scanning.
To Orgai,
because like
they prepared to go to Orgai 6 for years.
You got to know if there's pathogens on there that might be deadly to humans. What the wildlife is on that planet. And they decide to go to this random planet that they know nothing about because the air is breathable and because it'll only take us a couple weeks.
And they're scared.
We can't go back into our cryosleep because James Franco died.
He's dead.
So yeah, already that's okay, there's something fundamentally wrong with this movie.
Well, and then James Franco's girl, she's like, we shouldn't.
Yeah, she was like the voice of reason. She's just like, we plan to go to Omicron Persei 8.
Yeah, we need to continue.
We need to go to that planet because we did all this preparing, and Billy Crudup's just like, women.
Yeah, literally. He says, this is good judgment.
Yeah, he's like, based on all the available facts, and it's like, bitch, you don't know anything about this planet. What are you talking about?
No, I was like, famous last words right there. So, what did I say?
Anyway, they get down to the planet.
Oh, I was reading what I wrote in here. It says, theme of this movie is if you have a loved one, a xenomorph being will kill them.
Yeah, in horrific ways.
So they go down, they touch down, and...
They touch grass, literally, because they find wheat there.
Tell me.
Why is there wheat on this planet?
It was planted.
My thing is, they bring it up in the movie. Even one of the characters points it out. It's just like, why is Earth vegetation on this planet? Mm-hmm. My assumption is David planted it. But why did he plant it? Presumably, you can think to give Shaw some food because androids don't need food.
Yeah.
But my impression is he killed Shaw very early on.
Yes.
So it's like, why is there vegetation still on this planet?
So... David in this movie has been doing some experiments and whatnot, and it's shown that he's been doing them on Shaw.
Yeah.
From what I saw, because there's some deleted scenes and extended cuts and whatnot, it's been said that people speculate that he was keeping her on the brink of like living. Like, so she was still alive while he was doing these experiments on her, but like barely.
I don't like any of that.
Yeah. So, and also I saw that people were confused, and people like from this movie, they thought that they were trying to say that David created xenomorphs.
Okay. Because
did you get that? Were you thinking that?
Here's the thing, because I'm of two minds of it. I like the idea of David creating the xenomorph, because in the original Alien, like, Ash admires it. Yeah. He's just like, it's a perfect organism. Like, it just all works. It's not bogged down by morality or conscience. It's just the perfect organism to exist. So it makes sense that an android would create something like that, a perfect organism. But in terms of a narrative plot, it makes no fucking sense.
Well, because he didn't create the xenomorphs.
Okay, but then I had bigger gripes with that. Yes. So in all of its experimentation, he just happened to stumble upon the creation of the xenomorph.
So we'll get into this. So now we're going to talk about the black goo, which is Prometheus fire.
Yeah.
So
the black goo.
Yeah. So basically, Prometheus fire is the black goo, and it was founded, really founded, but it's from the xenomorphs, right? It comes from the xenomorphs. The engineers took it from the xenomorphs.
Did they? Because it's very much implied in Prometheus that the engineers made it.
So if you see in Prometheus, whenever they enter into that area where they have all of the containers,
the jars,
you can see in the background there is
there's a shrine to the xenomorph.
Yes, of the deacon.
Yeah.
And so it said that they thought of him, the deacon, as the perfect specimen, as Ash says. So that's why they were taking things from it to try and create the perfect, because the black goo, whenever it's injected or consumed by people, it
does different things.
No.
Kind of. In Prometheus it does.
So it messes with their DNA. Where are my notes on Prometheus fire? Okay. It messes with their DNA. So it's designed to act in dual roles. It's to create life and a biological weapon. It atomizes when released into the atmosphere, killing or alternating all living things that come within its range. Simply put, the black goo, you either die horribly, you give birth to a monster, or you become a monster. Mm-hmm. So that's what the engineers were playing with. So what David was doing, he was trying to see what different things would react differently, like DNA-wise, with the black goo, which created what David has is the predomorphs or protomorphs.
The pedomorphs? No,
the predomorph or protomorphs.
Yeah.
So not the xenomorphs. It is like a different evolution.
It's like a cousin.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Exactly. I had to go into, I deep dove into this shit.
Okay.
But they do talk about, because you could see in this movie that they don't look like regular xenomorphs.
No.
And there's so many different types of aliens, like the xenomorph, the protomorph, the deacon, the trilobite, the runner, the sentry,
and
the offspring, the crusher, the praetorian, the predalien.
Oh my god.
The neomorph. Like, there's so many.
Do you know what the xenomorph reminds me of? It's like kind of like Play-Doh. You can kind of mold it into whatever you want it to be.
Well, and it's because of the fact that they come from the Prometheus fire, which, like, joins with people's DNA, and everyone's DNA is different, all that shit. So that's why there's so many different types, and why Cody might have a problem with what it does.
I kind of wish that this were explained in the movies.
I mean, to be fair, it is. You just have to really
you kind of have to dig in there, and I'm pretty sure it's not the writer's intention for all of this. I feel like this is...
I had fun digging in. But,
clearly.
Yeah, but it is.
You weren't kidding when you told me like a while ago. It's like, I got pages just on the black goo.
Oh yeah, I do. I had to flip back, and it's a lot.
I mean, we've talked about in our like when we've talked about these movies. I hate the black goo as
we had a whole thing.
as like a plot device that was just added in by Damon Lindelof in Prometheus, which he had no explanation for it. He kind of just created it. It was like, hopefully whoever writes the next few Alien
and
movies
it came
can
from the comics as well. The comics also have this like in canon, but like it's none of the stuff that I just said I got from the comics. This was all just from like movie shit that I got it from. But it's also in the comics. And later we might talk about the spores that they step on
I
this
have
planet.
a big issue with some of these spores, not because of how they function, but because of how some of the people get these spores.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. But anyway, so they're venturing around, right? And they're just touching everything.
They're like, let's split up on this planet that we've never been to before.
Let's split up. Let's touch everything. Let's not wear any protective gear.
I was about to say they go down. It's like people had problems in Prometheus with like they go down into like the temple and they come across breathable air and they take their helmets off.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't know if there's pathogens in the air or stuff like this. Well, in this movie, they don't even bother. They don't even have any.
They just go down with nothing.
They go fucking onto this planet and they're just like, let's breathe the air.
Let's touch everything.
That's weird. There's no animal sounds going on. I wonder what that's all about.
There's no animals or living things around us. Isn't that strange?
They even pointed out, it's just like, there's no birds, there's no nothing.
They said it's quiet here.
Yeah. It's like, maybe you should get back on your ship and put on a fucking helmet.
Exhibit A, that living beings cannot last on this planet.
No.
Like, case closed, everyone. Let's load back up.
But yeah, they split up. One guy is just like, I'm going to go take a leak.
Gotta piss.
Fucking doesn't even piss. He just goes to have a cigarette. It's like, dude, just say you're going to have a cigarette.
Just say you got a ciggy.
But he steps on this mushroom that's infused with the black goo.
Do you want to know what it's called?
I'm sure it's got a name.
It's called a neomorphic motes. It's a neomorphic
Interesting.
motes. Yes. It's an infectious microscopic insect-like spores.
But he steps on it and it goes in his ear.
Yes.
Which, again, this is why you need to wear a helmet. But, like...
Any protective gear at all.
That's not even the stupidest thing. Like, the other group, they find, like, the engineer ship, which we'll talk about in Prometheus. It's shaped like the ship from the original Alien movie. Because the engineers are the space jockeys and whatever.
Yes, that's where they came together. Everything's coming back.
But, like, there's this very stupid moment, and I've been hung up on it for years, of just, like, one of them finds this mushroom and fucking pushes onto it. He pushes onto it, and then the spores come out, and I swear to fucking God, he sniffs it in. He's just
he does. He snorts it.
I'm like, that's how stupid these characters are. It's like they're going out of their way to die.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
He's just like, spores.
That aromatic smell I'm smelling. So yeah, the neomorphic motes, they act as the stage 2 of the neomorph's life.
Interesting.
So they're kind of like the face huggers.
Oh, okay. Or kind of like the egg, and the face hugger is kind of the spores that come out.
Yeah, because the neomorphic mote.
I mean, that makes sense. The mushroom's kind of shaped like the alien egg at the top of it. I'm not giving this movie any prizes.
He's got it, everyone.
And I'm presuming this was created when David, like, dumped the black goo all over the planet.
Yeah.
Well, not over the planet. He dumps it on that city, but it presumably disperses all over the planet.
Yeah. Let me see. Do I have anything else? It releases microscopic amounts of the chemical along a strand of numbers, but it's basically just Prometheus fire into the white blood cells, and they die soon afterwards. So
they do.
Yeah, they do.
They become hosts to aliens.
They do become hosts to aliens.
And a pretty quick process, because like minutes after these people start convulsing, and they go back to the ship that's landed on there, and they're like, "Get us into the medical bay."
Was where I started laughing, because
where he bursts out the back of the guy.
So that part was dope. Okay, so she gets him.
Pretty cool kill. I really like it.
Oh yeah,
and it's unique. It's like
coming from the back
instead of through the chest. So it's like, oh, that's pretty neat.
It was kind of so gory, though.
That's kind of a new take on the chest burster. Yeah, and I kind of appreciated that. There's small things in this movie that I like, but they're very few and far between. Yeah.
But so she gets them into the medical bay, and the girl that's on the ship, it's Tennessee's wife.
By the way, Tennessee, because Dallas from the first movie, so we gotta have
Tennessee. But she is not good under any kind of crisis.
None of these people are good under any amount of pressure.
She is freaking the fuck out. She's like calling back to Tennessee saying like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. They're bringing him back. Like, he's fucked up.
They put him on the table, and then, like, blood spurts onto her face, and then she just freezes, and then does at least a sensible thing. She locks him in there.
Leaves the room, locks him in there, and then is
at the same time, girl, you're infected, too. You got a face full of blood.
You have blood. Like, you're done.
If it was a pathogen.
Poor baby girl that's locked in the room with this guy is like, she goes to hug him because I don't think she knows what else to do. And then
I think she's trying to stop the convulsing, but yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Fucking him.
Because the dude on the table is just full on.
No, he is convulsing. And then when she puts her arms around his back.
There's like two little spikes that are coming out, and she like touches it, and she's like, ah.
And then, we see the neomorph come out of
I knew the name of the neomorph because I've heard that name like thrown around everywhere.
Yeah, it's all over town. Yeah. But he bursts through the guy's spine.
Yeah,
and it's such a cool scene. Yeah. And
then it's followed up with something stupid that this woman just slips on a on a patch of blood, and I swear to God, when the other woman comes in, she trips on the exact same spot.
They're just slipping and sliding everywhere.
Slipping and sliding on all this blood. I was just like, this is a farce.
The smallest little neomorph ever is just like slicing up this girl. The freaking Tennessee's girl's coming back into the room.
I can't believe Ridley Scott just like filmed that and it was just like, yes.
It was such a clusterfuck. It was cracking me up. And I remember when I went to go watch this because I watched this one in theaters too.
I saw it in theaters too. It came out on my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
In 2017. Yeah.
But when I went to go watch it, I watched it with a group of people, and two of the people that I went with, they do not like horror movies or gory stuff.
What a good movie to show.
Right. But I really wanted to go see this. And my friend I was with, she was crying during the scene. And me, I was laughing.
See, me in the theater, I was just like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
I was cracking up because it was just so convoluted and like hilarious, but she was crying.
I mean, it's also followed up like the girl's just on the ground. She's got a knife held out to the neomorph, and then the thing like runs up to her and starts clawing at her face, and she's still holding the knife out in front of her. It's like, you're not going to try to maybe stab it with the knife that you have?
Nope.
I mean, it would have made it worse. It's got acid for blood, but like still
like do something.
But
again,
go out of their way to die.
But yeah, Tennessee, his girl, she ends up leaving, and she tries to close the door, but ends up closing it on her foot.
Yeah, which gives.
So she kind of like fractures it, because I assume those doors close pretty sturdily.
Oh, yeah, I mean that thing is like solid, like metal, and just it goes.
Yeah. So she closes the door, but of course the neomorph is getting out very easily. Yeah, it breaks
through the glass.
And it, you can see that it's growing at a rapid rate. Mm-hmm. And
which, to be fair, all the xenomorphs kind of, their growth is very rapid, so.
No, it was really cool to see just like it like starting to like grow. Because, it wouldn't have fit through that window.
I don't know, its head isn't very penisy for my liking.
It's not penis enough for you, so sorry, Cody.
I need my aliens to have big black
oh my God!
heads.
Good Lord.
It's what it is.
True. But yeah, all hell breaks loose. Doesn't she like sick a flamethrower?
No, what she does is she grabs a gun because like the neomorph is like zipping and zapping all over this ship. And she fucking just shooting indiscriminately, and she fucking shoots like a propane tank and blows the entire ship up. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And this is when the rest of the group is coming with the other sick man.
And they see this, and it's not supposed to be funny, but I laughed when, like, the woman comes out on fire.
Yeah. No, see, this is a funny movie. It's hilarious. The first part is. And so everyone's like, holy shit, my wife. I believe I'm religious.
Our whammon,
you guys.
And that's when one of the dudes in the back who sniffed in the spores,
who snorted it,
gets a neomorph coming out of him in a very different way. Like, no, it's through his mouth. Just
just right through it. Which, I mean, shout out to them for like thinking of different ways to have these these neomorphs come out. Because obviously it's going to be different because since the second stage is different.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
This is when in the theater I had like another issue with the movie that I don't have anymore since I watched it like on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people were telling me at the time of just like, oh, Alien Covenant, it's a great looking movie. It's as good of looking as Prometheus. But in theaters as I was watching it, it's like, this movie's so fucking dark. Like, I can't really see anything.
It is very dark.
So it's like when there's a character that dies in this field, when the neomorph gets out, like, one of them, like, I think rips the dude's jaw off or something.
I believe so.
And it's like, I didn't even know who died.
No.
Like, I was just like, who the fuck died? Couldn't even tell.
No, this all happens very quickly. Very quickly. Like, you have to just, because all hell just is breaking loose. People are getting cut up. I think what the fuck? I keep forgetting his name. Walter. I keep wanting to call him Wallace. Walter gets his arm cut off. His arm gets cut off, I think, at one point.
His hand gets cut off. Yeah.
Because he goes to save James Franco's girl. And
she's got a name.
I know. I keep calling them the.
Her name is. Daniels.
Sorry, yeah. I don't mean to be. I
don't mean to be sexist, but women.
I know James Franco's name in Tennessee. I don't even the other characters. Keep calling Walter Wallace.
That's okay. I call James Franco like Catherine Waterston's husband.
See, that's better.
It goes back and forth.
But yeah, so shit's hitting the fan. But then
David shows up, dressed like a wizard.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Also, interesting choice to have these, like, androids' hair growing out, because David's rocking fucking long hair.
Very long hair. And then this is when you obviously know what the twist, quote-unquote, is going to be at the end.
Yeah. I am shocked that people were surprised.
I don't
at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
We'll get to it when we get to it. But, like, David brings him back to the city where all the engineers had died. Yeah. And he's like, you can stay here, bros. You can trust me. I'm totally not a mad scientist now.
Totally cool.
Which, another issue is with David's character that I have in this. Like, in Prometheus, David was doing bad things, but I never felt like David was bad or evil. He seemed more
no, he was definitely
like morally
evil.
Gray.
I feel like he was evil.
I feel like a lot of the bad things he was doing was because Wayland was telling him to do it.
Did he tell him to drug
yes,
Shaw's?
You think? I do think so, because he does have a conversation with Wayland before he does it.
I mean, true. I think he also didn't like Shaw's
but
boyfriend.
I feel like he wouldn't have done it if Wayland didn't tell him to do it, because in that movie, like, they discover the black goo, and Wayland, spoiler alert, for Prometheus, Wayland wants to live forever, so he finds this black goo, and I feel
is he wanting him to, like, test
I feel like he's like, test this black goo out and see what it does. And I feel like that's why he drugs Shaw's husband.
Possibly.
In that. So I feel like David and Prometheus, because he does in the end like help Shaw out. He tells about the engineer like running after him.
I always feel like he is in that movie. I feel like he was doing everything for his own sake. Like, he knew that Shaw was the last one alive, so he's like, she's the only one that could get me out of here. So I need to warn her that he's coming, so that then she'll trust me, kind of. And then she can come save me, and then we can either leave. Because I think her ideal was to go to the engineer planet. So I won't put that on him, like him thinking to go there and like kill them. But I definitely think that he was like, only warned Shaw because he was like, she's the only one that can save me.
I get that.
Yeah.
And I see that. But at the same time, like...
I hear you. And
I hear you. I see you. Doesn't change my mind.
Shut the fuck up.
No, that's a good interpretation of it. But anytime I've seen Prometheus, even the last time that I watched it was last night.
Yeah.
I never took David as being like evil. Like he seemed more morally gray, or just like he's doing what Wayland is telling him to do.
Okay.
Whereas in this one, because Wayland's dead, he's gone full Dr. Frankenstein at this point.
No,
he is actually evil in this movie.
No, he's disgusting in this movie. The fact that, like, because once they, like, get here, this is when we start seeing all of his, like, experiments that he's been doing.
Like, he's got
Shaw.
fucking walls of just paintings of different creatures. He's got dissected animals all across his table.
Yeah.
It always kind of concerned me about, like, how is David conducting these experiments outside of Shaw?
Yeah.
Like, where is he getting, like, corpses and stuff like that? But they do explain in the movie, like, the wildlife on the planet was, like, getting infected by this stuff, and he went and experimented on them, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, he was doing a lot of experimentation, so that's why I thought it was, this was the first time whenever I was researching this that I saw that people were like, oh, so he created the xenomorphs. And I was like, no. Incorrect.
I mean, we can extrapolate that now with Alien Romulus coming out, and they kind of further explain the black goo.
Yeah.
But, like, when this movie came out, with Prometheus and this movie, I feel like, it's very much implied that David created the xenomorph.
I don't know, I got it.
Fair enough.
If you didn't get this movie the first watch, like, what the fuck?
To me, that was, like, not a problem that I had with it. I mean, it kind of was, because it creates continuity errors.
See?
But, like, to me, I found it an interesting fact of just, like, oh, an android created a perfect organism.
And that's cool. I do like that.
That's a cool concept.
I mean, he was trying to reach that point. That's why he was experimenting.
Yeah, but it's like, where does the queen then fall into that?
Yeah.
Like, the whole biology of it. But anyway, we haven't really talked about, like, Michael Fassbender as David. Probably the best thing about both of these movies.
No, he's good.
Especially how he can play off of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Gay undertones in this movie between him and Walter.
I just...
Kind of a one-sided relationship. You can tell that David is into Walter, but Walter's just like, I'm not
He's
programmed.
like, I'm the American version of you.
I'm not programmed to have butt sex with you. I'm not doing it.
Oh my god, no. I put my foot down.
They do have that funny line when he's teaching Walter to play the flute, and he's just like, you hold, I'll do the fingering.
You're right, there is some sexual tension.
I mean, these movies are all sexualized and everything like that, but in this movie, it's really funny.
I like that. Get it, David. No, but you, David, I would not want to have anything to do with that man, because he's insane. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just... Water went down the wrong pipe. No, David is definitely the toxic... person in the relationship.
I just don't like the fact that it was so obvious that they were gonna do like a body switch.
So we'll talk about it now. Yeah. So throughout this movie, David's trying to convince Walter to like be on my side.
Come to the dark side.
He's been lying about the whole thing. He told him that the pathogen expelled itself from the ship when they got there on its own, but actually David did that.
He said it accidentally just released.
Which actually... Crazy. They released a scene before the movie came out that actually kind of bridges the gap between Prometheus and this, where it's like Shaw and David on the engineer ship going to the planet, and like it shows Shaw putting David back together. It kind of shows them bonding as like having a relationship. It's also why I feel like David's not totally evil, because
I was gonna say, I was like, he definitely like
he had a thing for Shaw,
and it showed that. It was being reciprocated.
But anyway, it shows in that scene them getting to the planet and David like showering it.
Because he was doing it for Shaw.
He was doing it for Shaw.
Because he was like, these people, these beings have hurt you.
And maybe for her husband. Psych, he fucking hates that.
No, right? he hated her.
But anyway, like, it wasn't a mystery to me because I'd seen that scene before the movie. Mm-hmm. But anyway, he's been lying about everything that's been going on. And at one point, like, he shuts Walter down because Walter's just like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I don't know if I want to update my Facebook relationship status to be with you. So he shuts Walter down. A lot of other stuff happens in between that we'll talk about. But, like, Walter comes back, and they kind of have, like, a ridiculous robot versus robot fight.
They do.
But they get to a point where David's on the ground because Walter has hit him, like, over the head with a rock.
Is this when Daniels comes in, too? Because, like...
Yeah, where she finds Shaw.
Yeah, because she finds Shaw... She asks David, like, what did you do to her? And he's like, exactly what I'm going to do to you.
And then he, like, pins her on the table. He's like, I'm also kind of bi.
Yeah, he literally was, like, trying to...
Yeah, he was trying to force himself onto Daniels.
Yeah, and so that's when...
Walter comes in.
Walter, I almost called him Wallace again, comes in and he saves her from him, and they start having that battle.
But anyway, like, David's lying on the ground, and Walter had, like... whacked him over the head, and like he's holding the rock up, and they have like a little exchange, and then it cuts to like a scene of Daniels and Tennessee running to the ship to get out of there, and then later we cut back to what the movie is trying to make us think is Walter leaving the temple. And I was sitting in the theater, I remember this, I was just like, that's clearly David.
No, I was like, there's no way that's Walter.
But then I try to gaslight myself into being like, the movie can't think that I'm that stupid. That I would think that's Walter when it's actually David. So I try to convince myself into being like, well, maybe it actually is Walter, and that's the twist. That we think it's David, but it's actually Walter.
No, I knew they thought we were dumb.
It's David.
I knew they thought we were dumb.
The movie insults my intelligence, and it's one of the reasons why I really hate this movie. It's just like, it thinks that I was that stupid.
The beginning of this movie is like funny and silly, and I like it because it makes me laugh. And then this part that pisses me off, where it's like, hey, you're an idiot. You won't see this twist coming.
No, I clocked it.
That pisses me off.
I clocked it immediately. Yeah, I was just like, that is clearly David. Like, and the movie's trying to make me think it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is when you see the protomorph.
Oh yeah. Like, there's one of the women, I can't remember which one, she's kind of like bathing herself, and the protomorph comes in behind her.
Oh yeah.
And like attacks her in a very, it's kind of a freaky shot of her, like her head like
bobbing in the
water while the protomorph is chewing on.
I can't remember. I think the protomorph is the black one at the end. I think this one might be one of the neomorphs.
Oh, I just call the one at the end the xenomorph because it's close enough.
Yeah, it's pretty close. People always they say that the protomorph or whatever, I think that's what it's called, the black one at the end, is more like is more animalistic than the xenomorphs are.
It moves a lot faster than at least the xenomorph in the original. I feel like when we get to like Romulus, like this is just kind of what they're doing with the xenomorph now. It's like super fast for no reason.
Yeah, this one they're saying is not as like intelligent either as the xenomorphs.
Like the xenomorphs have a hive mind. Like the queen is intelligent, whereas the other ones are a drone.
Like the drones and the warriors.
I feel like whenever a drone is like on its own, it's very much animal instinct. Yeah. Survive, eat, that sort of thing.
Yeah, when people were talking about like they felt like this one was more animalistic, I was like, I don't know.
I feel like they're all kind of animalistic.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but that's what people say about my. I don't know, but anyways.
But anyway, David shows up and sees a protomorph or neomorph or whatever, and it's just like, hey, buddy, you want to be friends? We can be like E.T. And
oh yeah, that scene.
Yeah,
but that was before the fight ensued with Walter.
Yeah, so this is like way back.
Sorry, we're going back a little bit.
We're trying to go back because we're going to explain how the xenomorph comes into all this.
Because he's like, he trusted me.
Yeah, so the captain comes in, Billy Crudup, the religious one, comes in, and he's like, David, get away. I'm about to fucking lay this thing down.
Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Okay. You can continue.
But anyway, he's like, he's got the gun pointed at the protomorph, and it's just like, I'm going to drop you. And then David starts freaking out. He's like, no, don't shoot. Don't shoot him at all. He's going to trust me, bro. Like, you got to believe. You got to trust the process. But of course, Billy Crudup, he's not having any of it. He drops the protomorph or neomorph, whatever. And he's all like, no! He like has a crash out. He's just like, no! He trusted me!
He really...
Based off of no evidence!
He has a huge crash out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
And then Billy Crudup is just like, what have you been doing here? And then David's just like,
I'll show you.
Follow me! And then Billy Crudup's just like, okay.
The fact that David just had this huge crash out.
Yeah.
And is like, he trusted me! And then, you know, holier than thou guy is like, hey, what have you been doing here? He's like, come with me. It's like, we're just gonna follow him?
And then he follows him.
The switch was crazy.
You got a gun. But that's when David takes him down to his evil lair, filled with xenomorph eggs. Or at least they kind of look like the design's different.
Yeah, the design is different.
And David's just like, hey, why don't you look into one of these eggs? And Billy Crudup's like, okay, why not?
Sounds like a good idea.
There must be something in there.
Yeah,
this is,
in here.
Again, where they're going out of their way to die. Like, he fucking looks right into the egg. It opens up.
And then guess what?
And then, of course, he gets a face hugger.
Yeah. And this is when the movie's just like, we're just being dumb. We're just throwing anything anywhere. It
went from what Prometheus was, which, as dumb as that movie can be, it at least felt about something and was asking all these existential questions.
And it was showing new things.
Yeah. This is when it's just like, okay, we're just going to go back. We're dropping all that Prometheus stuff and we're just going to make a dumb alien movie.
They're like, you guys like aliens, right? Right? We'll bring that back.
We'll bring it back. Billy Crudup gives birth to a xenomorph.
It's like, not like this, you guys. So...
Also, how do you feel about the chest burster that comes out of it? I don't like it. It's weird.
I am not a huge fan.
It looks like a marionette.
It does.
Just comes out and it's just like... Like, I know it's not supposed to be the xenomorph from the original film, but it could have looked closer to something like the chest burster. The fact that it's just like, no!
Yeah, no, you're right, it is.
It's ridiculous. It looks ridiculous.
But yeah, so
now there's a full-grown alien kind of running around.
And then, of course,
and we should bring in, like, at this point, another person kind of gets a face hugger on him. Like, like a couple of people come in to try to find the captain, and they find him dead. Yes. And, like, one of the face huggers has come out, and he gets a face hugger on him for probably no more than 30 seconds. That's going to come up as being relevant later.
And they get it off of him, though, right?
They get it off of him. But
he's, like, scarred,
it's scarred because they cut him, and acid gets on his face, so he's got, like, a big fucking scar on the side of his head. Oh,
that was the partner of the guy who died in the field.
I think so.
Yeah,
because
it was.
Wokeness alert, there's a gay couple.
Oh my god.
There's a couple of gay partners in there. Those two, Walter and David. Yeah. Even though David's bi.
No, but yeah, the man that died in the little field after the fire. His husband, it was his husband. That part made me sad.
It would have made me sad if I cared about that character and if I knew he died in that scene because I couldn't tell. Again, I watched this like with the brightness up, and it's like, oh, I get why people think this movie looks good because it does. It's just that the screen that it was projected on was too dark, and I couldn't appreciate it. So my criticism of the look of this movie has gone away. It actually looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of other issues with this movie, so that's no longer one of them. Yeah, but
so he gets on him. David and Walter have their fight.
They have their little like relationship tip. Yeah. Like the honeymoon part is over, and now they're just typical gay couple. Yeah.
Y'all know how it is.
You know how it is. You just beat your partner over the head with a rock.
So they're running back. They're running back to the ship now, right?
Yeah, because at a certain point, not Dallas, fucking Tennessee. Mm-hmm. That's going to be confusing.
Wrong state.
They come down to like get everyone out there. That's when he learned that his wife died in a very stupid way.
She slipped on what?
She slipped on blood.
She shot the propane tank.
Blew herself up. Holy shit. Yeah, they come down to get like everybody to get back up into the sky.
Yeah.
And that's when the xenomorph/neomorph attacks the ship, which, as a fan of the original Alien, we'll get there. Mm-hmm. And what the xenomorph is, I feel like it's very dumb to just have it, like, go up to the glass and just start headbutting it, trying to get in there. Maybe that's why people said it was and it's just going around just... And I'm just like, is this how far away we are from Alien?
It is. It is. How stupid they think we are.
Like, a lot of this final action scene, I just kind of glaze over. It's just like,
no, I think for this watch, I stopped watching it after, like, the David exchange with Walter. Because I was like, I already know what happens.
Yeah. Like, the entire time, I'm kind of just sitting there just trying to convince myself they're not going to try to pull this rug underneath my feet despite the fact that I'm not even on the rug.
Yeah, you're like, I'm off.
I already know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so, does anything else, because you said the chest burster comes back, right?
Well, they kill the xenomorph on this planet, and then they get up into the sky, and they're like, oh, all is good. But there's 20 minutes of the movie left, so...
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen?
So there's another chest burster from the guy that got the face hugger on.
That is...
After 30 seconds, like... Would it have even had time to lay the embryo?
I don't think so.
Like, if you think about, like, in the original, when John Hurt got the face hugger on him, it took, like, a day for it to lay the embryo inside of him. It's like, would it have worked that fast? No. It was on his face for like 30 seconds.
I think that this was weird that they even did this part because it was so unneeded.
That you gotta shoot an alien out of an airlock at the end.
They're like, wait, you guys, we haven't done the airlock thing yet.
Again, like this last 20 minutes of the movie, it's basically like the original Alien on speed run.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, it's out.
Yeah,
we're all good now again.
There's a couple in the shower that's like having sex.
Oh, I do remember that part.
Straight out of a slasher film somehow.
Well, I was like, Xenomorph is very iconic with that, even though this technically isn't a Xenomorph.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
It looks enough like it.
Yeah. Blast them out. They end up Daniels and Tennessee. They're getting all comfy.
They're gonna lie down, go to sleep, and we forgot to mention it earlier in the movie. Like Daniels brings up that her and actor James Franco, we're gonna build a log cabin on the new planet, and she mentions it to Walter, who's there, and they share that moment.
Yeah.
So they bring it back up here where Daniels, as she is about to go to sleep, is just like, Walter, will you help me build my cabin? And David, like a dumbass, just looks at her just like, the fuck are you talking about? And completely giving himself away.
Yeah, and Daniel's just like...
folded under zero pressure.
Zero pressure. And Daniel's obviously... I think she says, David?
Yeah.
And he's like, good night.
Well, yeah, he's just like, shh. And a very stupid line, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is so dumb.
At this point, I was just like, I'm fucking done with this movie. I was just like... You've insulted my intelligence thinking that this twist was coming. And I was trying to convince myself so hard that it was not going to be that way. Only to just be like, yeah, you're calling me dumb.
Yeah, they are.
You're like, ha, we tricked you. And it's like, no, I clocked it immediately.
Yeah, it's like, I knew what you were doing.
It's like, this would only trick 5-year-olds.
They said, are you 5 and watching this R-rated movie? It was R-rated, right?
Yeah, it is R-rated. Okay. There's a lot of blood and... Like,
I was gonna say, like, I would be surprised if it wasn't.
And, like, one tit shot, I guess.
Oh, is there a tit shot?
Yeah, you see the dead bodies of the couple in the shower later.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, David now has control of the ship, and he starts to lay embryos in the ship.
Well, and then he loves experimenting, so he has all of those colonists, and they have all those embryos with them, so yeah, he is going to go to town.
But then what happens after that is Disney bought 20th Century Fox and scrapped everything, so to never be continued.
Yeah, I heard that they were wanting, like, Alien Earth to, like, kind of go back to, like, to David's, like, story and what he was doing, but I don't think it's about that at all.
Alien Earth takes place decades before even Prometheus.
Yeah, so I don't, because that was something I heard, like, before, like, when they were, like, starting to make it, That obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Ridley Scott has already said he's not going to make any more Alien movies. With Romulus, we're going in a different, quote unquote, different direction.
We're going in a different direction. Means you're fired. So yeah, that was Alien Covenant. Like I said, I
fucking hate this movie.
Yeah, I had a good time at the beginning, and like I said at the end, I'm like, fuck this movie.
I don't know. Like, I can't even look at it if just like there are moments in this that are so bad that it's good. It's just like I hate all of this.
It pisses me off. No, yeah, this AVP and Aliens have all been 3 stars for me.
Yeah,
so.
I rated it 1.5 out of 5 stars, mainly because I really like Michael Fassbender.
Hell yeah.
This is an F tier. By the way, I forgot to mention what my rating for AVP was. It's 2 out of 5, and I would rate it C.
See, okay,
So.
nice.